This is Karen Figures and my great co-host, Comics Misexplained. And today we're doing something, blinding with the lights. Mark just turned the lights on. So we're doing something a little bit different today. We are actually doing our live commentary on Avengers Endgame. So,
It was at the Steelbook kind.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Always hunt down the Steelbooks if at all possible.
Awesome. Was it like 2 discs? Did it have like a bunch of extra features?
A few extra, yeah. Like I actually like the back cover more than I like the front cover because it's like everyone that came back after.
That's dope.
So there's everybody.
That's so sick. They put Howard the Duck back there. Sneak him in.
He's probably hiding back there because there's like some shadowy figures they don't actually show.
Somewhere in the fog.
Yeah.
That rules. So did you watch all the special features at all?
I haven't actually had time to check them all out. A few of them here and there. I
ordered like mine. The one I'm watching is like the digital PS4 version, but it's like the bonus features edition. And I got to watch I saw the director's commentary, but they also have like a gag reel and a little Stan Lee tribute thing as well, which is really nice. And then kind of like character little biographies, which are really interesting and fun to watch. Everyone's like evolution and stuff, and the actors' take on the characters that are playing, and it was cool. It was just good extra features.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So for anyone at home who is trying to follow along with us when we are actually doing our commentary of the film, we are going to be doing a countdown here in about a minute or so. So please do go ahead and either grab your DVD copies out, grab your Blu-rays, pull up your digital, whatever you watch this on, if you own the movie. And, we will watch this film together.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. We can count down and watch all together. Maybe you can put us in the headphones because there's not much to watch physically, But if you're watching your movie, you'll be listening to us in your ear and be fun, And if you have other things you want to add into the commentary, if you're seeing it live, talk with us in the chat. If not, feel free to comment later on after watching or whatever.
Yeah, on the rewind.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I've got my copy. I've got my physical copy, but I'm watching it on my digital copy, which is through Vudu, the app, and it keeps trying to play on its own. So that's an issue. It is actually.
Bear Island's in the chat. What's up, buddy?
Bear.
Bear, are you gonna watch Endgame with us?
Yeah, but here in about a second, we are going to be starting the film. So I'm going to count down right now. So
is it going to be 1 go, or is it like 1?
Well, I figured we'd just... Is that legal? Well, we're not actually going to show the film on here or play the audio from it just because we don't want to get hit by a copyright claim. This is just our commentary of it. So unfortunately, you will have to watch it at your own leisure, in your own home, what have you, through whatever means you're going to watch it.
Maybe we'll sneakily turn our cameras around for like 5 seconds and start somewhere in the middle.
And then the stream will end.
Yeah. Cut off immediately, knock on the door, the government's here.
The mouse will definitely send someone to both their doors.
Earpiece, yeah.
Okay, all right. So guys, I'm gonna count down from 10, and when we get to 0, we are gonna start the film. Okay. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
This couple seconds of black screen always freaks me out. Okay, we're good?
Jeremy Renner.
We're good. Yeah.
I'll tell you, I
girl,
love
sorry,
this. Yeah, what?
That girl is one of the director's daughters.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, wow. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's awesome. And she wants to break out in acting? That's cool. Well, she's definitely got the right parents to hook her up.
Right? No joke. Can you imagine? And I think his other daughter, I'm not sure how many kids he has or whatever, but like one of his other daughters is in the movie later on as well. I think during the Hulk breakfast scene.
Okay.
Bear Island, you're grocery shopping, buddy.
Next to the feta cheese. Well,
yeah.
awesome. At least we're with the good stuff.
Yeah. I guess also in the commentary, the director's commentary, they said like this part was originally supposed to be in Infinity War, but they thought the pacing was weird. So they're like, you know what, let's just start off Endgame with it instead.
I feel like this is a great way to tie it into Infinity automatically. Like
Absolutely.
if you forget, like, hey, you know, where was Hawkeye during all of this? Like, he was with his family. He was really trying to be a dad.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, he was gone the whole last movie, and it'd be really dumb just to have him at the end and his family disappear. But it's definitely the best starting off point.
And it's like he lost everything.
Yeah, it's crazy because like he didn't even see them disappear. Like he turned around and then like
there was
wait,
just like dust floating in the wind, and he didn't understand where his family was. Because at first he thought his daughter was playing a prank on him, and then his boys and his wife are gone.
How much more torture do you think he would have been if he would like saw them like turn to ash and then float away? Like you think he went off before?
If he had that Spider-Man moment where he was holding one of his kids in his arms, it would have been so much worse.
Yeah,
but it was really bad.
He would have been running to the max.
Oh gosh, I love this scene.
Yes.
Them playing football is amazing.
I haven't played that game in years. They should have made like an official Avengers paper football that they could have sold
little silver paper, yeah.
That'd been tight.
And just have it somewhere, like have it as a Walmart exclusive or like a Best Buy exclusive or something, or even where you could just like buy it for like an extra $5 or $6. I would totally buy it.
Absolutely,
no problem.
Put like a little symbol on one side, a little Avenger symbol. So good. I think we're on to something. I think we have to sell those.
Look on Nebula's face when he tells her, "You won," and she's like, "I won," and he's shaking. She's like, "That was fun."
First time she ever had fun
she's
ever.
So serious. That was fun.
Fun. That was fun. The last message.
Oh gosh.
I like how he always makes a last message because he had one for the hologram later on. I wonder how many of those like he has stored. This is my last message. Pepper, I miss you.
You're going down with the ship.
I figure he's been like in so many scenarios where like he's always recording these last messages all the time.
He always feels like he's gonna die.
Yeah.
As an Avenger or as Iron Man. The blue meanie.
I wonder if she doesn't eat, does she? Like that's why he offered her some food.
She does.
Okay.
She does. Like, cause remember she eats fruit in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and they're yelling at her because it's not ripe yet.
Oh, that's right.
Stop, Gene. Sorry if you can hear my cat's bell.
Sorry if you can hear my pugs chewing.
It just adds to the ambiance. And then there's Mark walking around. Oh, okay. Mark took her bell. She'll get it back after the movie.
See, I know if
she looks so shocked. I'm sorry.
How dare you? I feel naked. She's like, oh.
She probably thinks she's gonna like sneak off now.
If I take this phone away, she'll just like bark constantly or yelp, and that's not gonna happen. It'd be worse. What's Mark eating today?
Mark, what are you eating today?
Little square pizza.
Square pizza?
Yeah, he's been robbing the freezer, and he found our last like Tostinos. Like we've got a ton of different like Red Baron and this, that, whatever. Yeah. There's one Tostino's pizza, and he's just like, I'm eating this. Okay.
it makes like perfect sense being square shaped. You know, finally, it just makes sense.
It does. That way you can add more things to it.
He's just gonna be complaining in 10 minutes that he's hungry again.
Oh, I feel you. I'm in the same way. I always relate to Galactus. I'm just like always hungry. I know you're so loud. I'm sorry.
Hi, puppy.
I looked up in the little subtitle says "breathing heavily." That's the pug as well.
Hey, Drew Manchu.
Drew, what up?
Feta adjacent. Yes. We are Feta adjacent right now.
We're now
in case anybody missed
cheese.
Earlier, Bear Island Comics is grocery shopping. We're next to his feta cheese. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this originally, I thought they actually killed off Tony Stark like that. I was like,
Me
what?
too. Yep.
I was like, there's no way they just had him die in his sleep.
I thought he was officially dead. I was like, oh god.
I swear I thought that was just the way he dies. I was like, this is horrifying.
Yeah, I figured like there had to be some kind of time travel going on, and that was like the rumor too as well with the pictures of the new suits from the set and stuff. So I figured like, oh wow, okay, well he's dead, and then they're gonna bring him back later on to time. But we get a better twist instead. Were you super stoked to see Captain Marvel come out, or do you think it was kind of obvious?
I think it was like, oh, okay. Well, we all knew she was coming.
Yeah.
And like when I saw the light and everything, I was like, that's Captain Marvel.
Right. Totally. Same.
I kind of just knew it like instantly. I was like, that's Captain Marvel.
Yep.
There's a line later on, and it's just kind of like, I'm sorry, and where have you been? And I was like, yeah, that's kind of the feeling of this movie. Like, Captain Marvel is so super powerful. She just hasn't been anywhere. It's like, and I do like the fact that she at least says that there are a ton of different worlds throughout the galaxy that needed protecting. And not all of them had the Avengers.
Exactly.
You know, it justifies.
Especially after the snap, you know.
Kim is a last-ditch resort.
Right. Yeah, they said like after the snap, you know, she's everywhere helping with the same kind of problem that they're going through. But yeah, it's true though. It's like where was she before? I guess a bunch of other worlds have their own kind of problems too. But yeah, he shaved the beard. I liked bearded Steve, but he came full circle.
I know, right? Oh, don't worry, Slapdragon. We're not actually going to show the movie.
Hi, TJ.
We're just doing a live commentary.
Yeah, it's TJ. So if you want to watch with us,
about 8 minutes and 43 seconds in right now. Captain Marvel is landing the ship. I will tell you, Carol Danvers, way better looking with the hair. I'm sorry.
Totally.
I don't like short-haired Carol.
Me either.
I like the long hair. The Miss Marvel look.
Yeah,
is spectacular.
Looks so much better with the long hair. The short haircut. I don't think her head has a good shape for that haircut. You know, it just doesn't look right. You know, I don't mind it in the comic. You know, it looks fine in the comic, but I mean, still, I still prefer the long hair.
It seems like it's slightly too short.
Yeah.
On this actress.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a little too blunt, maybe.
I saw.
I love this. Rocket holding Nebula's hand because they're the only Guardians left.
Aww.
It's kind of heartbreaking.
This was actually the first scene Captain Marvel shot, or at least, you know, the actress. This is like her first day on set.
Brie Larson?
Yeah, Brie Larson. This is before the Captain Marvel movie. They said they filmed this.
Yeah. The funny thing is this takes place, what, like a few days after the snap?
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
So, like, this is an all-time low for all of these heroes.
Yeah,
especially
they just lost.
Thor. Thor has now failed not once, not twice, but he's about ready to fail a third time. So this is going to be where it breaks Thor.
And he already had like just previously destroyed his homeland. You know, He like lost all
And
his
then
people.
he lost his brother. He lost Heimdall.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then the Earth. Hey, Jester Rican, Jason Smith,
Oh hey guys,
and Ben Compton. Hey guys, we are currently in the middle of, sorry, not the middle. We're about 11 minutes into Avengers Endgame, our commentary, and they're trying to figure out where Thanos is.
Yeah.
This is a few days after the snap.
And if you want to watch at home with us, you can comment and we'll try to update you on where we are at the time, so you can watch along with us and chat with us. Dude, it's so brutal how he takes out his heart and hands it to Steve.
Mm-hmm.
They still didn't like quite get along. They still have that Civil War beef, kind of there.
Yeah,
still.
they do. Well, it's everything they've been through the last few years definitely hurt their friendship. Sorry if you can hear my dog. He's cleaning his paw.
Can't hear it.
He's right behind me. TJ Slapdragon, why haven't you seen this movie? It's awesome.
Oh no, TJ, really? Oh, it's so good.
It's gonna make you cry at least twice. At least.
You cried.
Yes, I did.
I got a little watery eyed sometimes.
I cried.
Okay.
It was primarily Spider-Man and everything that Hawkeye goes through.
I got
But I mean,
a little sad at the
just
kid's
feel
funeral.
for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
It's funny how Black Widow's hair is blonde here, and then later on, when it jumps to the future, she's letting that blonde grow out. It's like at the bottom. She's like, dude,
Well, it kind of looks cool though.
Yeah.
Like the way it's growing out looks neat.
I just always like the conspiracy theory there that she was like a Skrull, or one of them was, during the different hair color changes. But I guess that fell through once the Skrulls became good guys, and and they showed her hair was colored at the tips instead of all of it.
I have to tell you, everyone changes so much in this movie. Everyone grows. They either deal with severe depression or just crazy amounts of loss or pressure. And I'll tell you, one character who doesn't get enough attention for this film is Rocket.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think Rocket grows up so much in this one film. And he becomes so mature, especially at the very end. And I'm like, wow, this is not the fun-loving, I'm going to need that guy's
eyeball.
Insert body parts.
Yeah.
Well, he's always stealing body parts.
Although at the end, he does want Bucky's arm.
Yeah, he tried to buy it off him. At least he wasn't trying to steal it from him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Thor, though, I think he's probably the most tortured one here.
Yeah, he is.
Doesn't even flinch. I like this one.
And she just winces her eye at him right after it swung past her. And he's like, yep. He's like, this one can stay.
Yeah, I like this one.
Avengers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Endgame.
Did you hear the kazoo version? Someone made a kazoo version of the theme song. It's just a bunch of layers of kazoos. I like how Thanos was just chilling on his farm, he had no protection or anything, didn't have his guards or his Black Order around him. He's just done. He's just retired.
Rocket asking, all right, who here hasn't been to space?
Everyone.
It's like 3 of them. And then It's Cap, Black Widow, and then War Machine. Bless you, hun. And Captain Marvel just kind of turns around and snickers at him, like, "Okay, you're a part of the club."
Did Black Widow raise her hand? Like she hasn't gone to space, or like do you think she went?
She has not been to space.
Okay. That would have been awesome if like she didn't raise her hands. Like she's been to like Sword, like the space satellite.
Right. I'm almost surprised she hasn't been to space.
Right.
Because I mean, Black Widow's been into some stuff.
Mm-hmm. I feel like she's been a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. also for a while too.
Mm-hmm. Thanos just chilling.
Hell yeah! I was so excited to see Farmer
Was he,
Thanos.
like, making stew or something?
Yeah, picking fruit. I was so excited to see that Scarecrow and Farmer Thanos. Just like the end of Infinity Gauntlet. Just really didn't think we'd get to see that.
He's just such a massive being.
Yeah, he's huge.
Like, you just look at his foot.
He's like limping.
In comparison to everything. It's just so massive.
He was like limping up the stairs. And the hand he picked the fruit with was the gauntlet hand. You can see it was like a little bit burned up, but then you finally see the extent of how messed up he really is from using it. And you figure it was from like the original snap, but like it was from him using it to get rid of the stones. He said he used the stones against themselves, and it nearly killed him. And I'm sure it's probably welded onto his hand, to his arm, and that's why it won't come off. And of course, Thor comes in and just chops it.
Yep, they're making sure he can't snap.
Yep.
Because for all they know, he's still got the actual gauntlet on.
It can be like, bro,
and,
look,
it's got all the stones and everything.
It's like, I got no stones. It's burned. That's all he had to do.
It's literally fused onto him.
Were you so mad at the end of the last one that Thor didn't go for his head, instead he went for the chest? Because all of it could have been avoided if you would just like got him in the head. But everyone knew there was going to be a sequel and they planned it out, so you knew it's going to go wrong. But still.
Well, like, there's so many different scenes hidden throughout here. It's like, oh, if they had changed this one thing in this earlier film, this could have all been avoided.
Totally.
So, kind of a sneak peek as to what's going to happen.
I love how he says, "I'm inevitable," like multiple times throughout this movie.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I made like this meme. It was a VeggieTale tomato, and I put an Infinity Gauntlet, like snapping, and it said, "I'm a vegetable." Ooh, there it is. The head chop. Were you surprised they like cut his head off when you first time you saw it?
Yeah. It was just kind of like, oh. I was like, that was quick.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how quick that happened.
Me too.
So there's 19 minutes in?
Right.
And I was like, dang.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, what?
And it's like, Nebula's going through a series of different emotions.
It's so sad for her. Like,
here.
The only father she knew, even though he was an asshole.
An abusive, warfaring tyrant, but he was still her father.
Yeah.
And it's like Thor's going through so much because it's like everyone instantly blames him because like, now we can't question him. So Thor just kind of walks off.
Yeah. He's like, what else is there to do? We can't really hold him prisoner for what?
5 years later.
This Korean, yeah. When I said 5 years later, that slow, I was like, what?
And it still looks like that.
Massive amount of time.
5 years later.
Everything is like this tone too is all like darker shade, darker blues and grays, and
oh yeah.
The tone of this film just takes a dark turn where it's just so depressing to watch. Where do we go now that they're gone? I like how Cap like is reaching out and doing these meetings too, kind of like a PTSD thing, you know. But these groups where everyone can go and voice how they feel, and support groups. It's crazy. 5 years later, and like that guy said he went on a date, and like they still break down in tears, like at the dinner table. Both of
They
them.
both did.
Yeah.
He cried during the salads, and I broke down during dessert.
Ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you have to think of just like how many people were lost.
Right.
It's crazy. Especially like if you're in an area that's not highly populated to begin with.
Yeah, like a small town or something.
Mm-hmm. Or if, you know, God forbid, you are set up the way that Hawkeye was, where Hawkeye lost everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just by coincidence. You figure it was a random pull of like half the life in the universe. And it sucks that like Hawkeye got half of it, or all of its family taken away. Not even like half, or like one or two of his family in particular. It's just all of them.
Like, I feel like they had to do that though, because if he had one child left,
yeah,
he would still have to be a father
to
that child. He would have to be strong for that kid, where he lost everyone. So he just goes off on his own mission of not quite redemption, but he wants to even a score, basically.
Oh, here's the true hero of this whole entire film. The rat. This is like the one chance that Dr. Strange was talking about. He's like, one, it was the rat coincidentally hitting the button.
Mm-hmm. I love that it's 5 years later and they still haven't cleaned out his storage unit. Like 5 years later, no one's been footing the bill for it, and it's still just there.
It's funny because like, because at the end of Ant-Man, they were like what on a roof or a parking lot or something when they were doing this experiment where he got trapped in that small zone or whatever.
The microverse?
The microverse, yeah. So you figure like someone came up and was like, all right, well, this junk has been here for like months. I guess we have to like impound it. I love that security guard. I forgot that actor's name.
And his little like help.
Yeah, he's in Community. Have you ever seen that show? He's also in
from time to time, but
he's also in The Hangover.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I know who he is. I know The Hangover.
Everything's like in disarray.
Yep.
Still, like no one's even bothered to throw out the trash. You know, like I guess there's no dumpster men during this. All the dumpster men disappeared. They got snapped.
The kid just cries and goes off.
Yeah, the kid's like, what are you talking about, man? Like, this memorial is really cool.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So when we see him actually leaving the storage vicinity, he just has this cart.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we see him later on, he's got the van. So did he go back for the van again?
I think maybe the van was at his house and he dropped that stuff off like at his daughter's house or whatever. I'm assuming he got the van from his house.
Because like, isn't it the same van that's in the impound right there?
Maybe. If you figure it would be.
That's what I'm thinking. Because you look at it and the paint job's the same, and you have to think of it this way: how many vans does Ant-Man really have with that whole setup inside?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's only one van with that.
He's just rolling in the vans. All the vans.
All the van money.
Hashtag blow it up. We got another.
Yeah. Hashtag van man. Were you wondering who this girl was, or like the first time I saw it, I was like, who is that? Is that like his like girlfriend or wife? I was like, no, he didn't have a wife or like someone he was dating. I was like, there's no way it'd be his daughter. It looks way too old to like be his daughter. But it's his daughter.
Well, she's supposed to be like what, like 15 in this? 14, 15?
Yeah, she looks like she's like 18 or 22.
Well, you know what? They always cast like a 20-year-old to play like a 14-year-old.
Right?
I mean, look at Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I mean, it works when it works.
I'm trying to remember what she looked like the last time we saw her.
Wasn't she?
It had
The
to been
last
part
time
2,
I
right?
saw her, she was like really tiny.
Yeah, in part 1
But,
she was
I
really,
mean,
really tiny. Ant-Man and the
I don't
Wasp,
know.
I don't remember.
You're so big.
Yeah,
He's like, wow, you're about taller than me. Don't put on heels, kiddo.
he impromptu that line, the "You're so big" one. That wasn't in the script, and they thought that was just perfect. And just the emotional range too, like in his face, like he's such a good actor. I love Paul Rudd. He's so diverse. He can play serious or dramatic, like comedy.
There's that haircut we were talking about.
Yes. Oh, let me talk to your manager haircut.
Yeah.
Love it. And then here's Scarlett Johansson's hair I was talking about with like the highlights of blondes at the bottom now. She's growing the red back.
I still love Black Widow's hair like that. Just leave it like that, especially when she pulls it back in a later scene. It looks so cool because it's like on fire.
Yeah, totally. I like how Okoye there mentioned the earthquakes happening underground. I think they said we're dealing with it or whatever, but we know that they're heading towards Namor.
Yeah.
Which I'm absolutely stoked for if The Rock ends up playing Namor.
I love how his hologram's still like just there watching her eat a sandwich and like mope.
Yeah.
And it's just like, couldn't she just hit a button and make his hologram go away?
Right. And how everyone's kind of like working for her, and you know she's still trying to keep going, kind of helping people out and stuff, but also feel like everyone else is kind of like, give it up, like you're the one making us do work, you know, because you can't get over it. But even Captain America, when he comes in, it's like tries to get her to stop. You know, he just kind of wants to move on, and she wants to keep going.
Well, you know he's in there sniffing around that peanut butter sandwich. Captain America.
He's like around the corner watching. Yep.
He just looks at. He's like, you know, that's a pretty nice looking sandwich you got there. See, he's hungry.
Yep.
What's wrong with peanut butter sandwiches?
Nothing. All American peanut butter sandwich.
He's like, I invented that sandwich.
Right.
Yeah, he's trying to get her to move on the positive side. She's like, don't you dare tell me to be positive. Yeah, he's like, force of habit, can't help it. Yeah, things definitely pick up and change. Like it's like depressing and like sad for a good 10, 15 minutes. And then they finally bring it back and get the plot moving. You know, Ant-Man pops up at the door. Yeah, I guess he had to go back to the storage place to get the van.
Right?
After going to the daughter's house, making sure she's okay. Go to the storage place again, get the van, drive across America or a couple states over? Because I think there's different locations. Like I guess Ant-Man's in DC, I think, or something. I'm not sure.
So do you think he like knocked on the door and told the security guard like, oh hey, you know, I'm the guy who came in earlier. I'm gonna need my van, or do you think he just like broke in and took his van?
I don't know.
And some poor security guard's just like, dang it.
Don't get paid enough for this crap.
Right? Especially if he gets all like microverse. on him and starts running around. He's like, nope.
Don't need any of this in my life right now. He's like, I wish I would have got snapped. There he is.
There's the van.
Man. Hashtag Van Man.
Van Watch 2019.
How many vans does he have?
He looks like he's had one too many coffees.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's very jittery.
I mean, guaranteed he didn't sleep. He went straight from the impound or whatever to driving across state to the front gate.
Mm-hmm.
But he has an idea on how to fix things, which is awesome. This is like totally key to everything. Has the theory that gives Tony Stark like pretty much the solution.
On how to actually save the day.
Yeah, like he ran 70, like 80 yards across the field, and he had to just Tony for like the last like 20. You know.
Yeah.
I like how on the are you on the Marvel Shield posting meme page?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a group posting page. It's always just a bunch of Marvel movie memes. It's great, but it's like a running joke that people call Thanos thanks because autocorrect like on phones. So just ongoing like each time I see Thanos, I always think thanks.
Thanks, Thanos.
Like he was like, "Hey, is that a sandwich? Are you gonna eat that?" Hashtag sandwich watch.
It's all about the peanut butter sandwich. No, not like a time machine. Yeah, okay, like a time machine.
A good point. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Emails from a raccoon.
Can't get any more
That's a
crazy than
sentient raccoon to you.
that. Were you surprised to see Tony Stark like have a kid? I was kind of surprised that he had like a family. Like, I knew you figured he'd get married to Pepper and things would be fine, but I was pretty surprised by a little kid.
Like after everything that happened with Spidey.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I was like, that's basically setting up like he's gonna be a dad.
Yeah, you're right.
It's gonna happen.
There is the mask, and they bring up like he says, "I made that for your mom."
She never wears anything I give her.
Yeah, but it's awesome because we see her in that suit later on at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Because at first, like when in the theater at the end battle, when she pops up, I was like, "What?" Like that's kind of weird. Like how she trained to use that suit, and like it didn't make sense to me. But then the second time you're watching, I was like, "Oh, that's right. He showed her the helmet like earlier on in the movie."
Yeah.
That's a precursor. So like, of course, he would train her on how to use it.
My thing is, he doesn't have a suit for his daughter.
I know, right? I guess she's always growing there. She's a growing gal, but I guess he can make he probably does have one. I don't know.
Like something that could like grow with her, I guess.
Well, it's nanotechnology, so it grows to your body anyways. You know what I mean? Like,
right?
So I bet you he has one for her, like a little tiny little baby suit. That's like her first booties, this little iron booties.
Little iron flying booties.
Yeah, and he is not with it.
Nope.
He's like, I actually have things at stake here. I got a whole entire family.
Well, like a lot of people lost everything, or at least half of something. He didn't even lose Pepper.
Right.
And then he was able to grow this family completely away from everything. And he's happier than he's ever been.
And he knows it's like selfish. He just doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And like so many times he points out that they want to get back what they lost, but they can't lose what they found.
Mm-hmm.
Like his daughter is his world. He loves her 3,000.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
And you just knew, like, as soon as that line popped up in the movie, that there was going to be like a million bootleg shirts with that expression on it.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the Future theory.
There's a lot of time machine movies. I mean, there's Hot Tub Time Machine. Come on,
Yeah.
tell me.
Yeah, they always like most time machine movies, like they brought up in this movie. When you go back and change something, like it totally affects like the future. But then I guess they said it's different in this version. They said
they hurry up and put it back, I guess.
Well, I guess they said that it's already set and done, and so if you go back and change something, it just creates an alternate reality for them. It doesn't affect your world in the present because what's done is done.
That still doesn't make sense in my mind. But
Right?
you know what? The mouse and Iron Man both needed it to work, so I'm gonna go with it.
I'm just gonna roll with it. Yeah. As soon as like they said time travel, you're like, all right, well, gonna roll with the punches here. Yeah, doesn't want any part of it. It's a nice Audi Cap's driving.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like an electric hybrid as well.
A really big brain. Look at those big bowls of just eggs.
It's kind of
How
gross.
many dozen of eggs do you think that is?
A lot.
Well, like at least 2 dozen, 3 dozen.
At least one
eggs?
carton. That's more. That's probably 2 cartons of eggs.
That's more. That's more than 1 dozen.
Yeah.
That's got to be at least like 2 dozen.
I think so too.
And then how many like pounds of is that bacon or is that sausage in front of him? Like,
yeah,
that's a lot of food.
That's a lot of food. He's a hungry boy.
That looks good.
That's like a $10,000 bill, like at Waffle House.
Just go to the store and spend like $50 on like everything you need for breakfast, and you'll probably be able to feed the Hulk.
I feel like really sad for like this business. It's like you're eating all our food.
If it's like an all-you-can-eat setup, then yeah, I'm sure they're mad.
Yeah, so that's the other daughter of one of the directors, apparently.
Okay. Like they definitely have to go back to like the store to buy more food because it's like Hulk ate everything.
Yep. Either we close early, we're done for the day, or I like how they don't know who Ant-Man is.
I like how the kids are like, no, I don't want to selfie with him.
No, I really don't want to.
And he legit just backed off and like died. Like, no.
Just drop it.
They said they'd do it. Like, dude, don't guilt trip the kids into taking a selfie with you.
That's so funny. Were you disappointed? Oh yeah,
Dabbing. Professor Hulk is amazing.
Were you disappointed to see him as Professor Hulk right off the bat? Like, not see the transformation, just all of a sudden he's Professor Hulk now.
Mm-hmm. Like how he worked through this and became a perfect medium between the two.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I worked out my own problems in like a bunker for a month, and now I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay. I think they said they had a deleted scene where before he got into the Hulkbuster armor, or maybe after. I think it was after the Hulkbuster armor, and he turned into Professor Hulk. But apparently, it ruined the pacing of like everyone kind of disappearing. A sad moment. Then all of a sudden, he's like, "Hey, I'm Professor Hulk now." You know, so you can like totally see how that would ruin the pacing. So they cut it. There you guys thinking about the boy.
Yeah, he's got to go through the science of it.
Yep. So let me see if this is actually possible.
Mm-hmm. It like got stuck in his brain that he had to see if he could do it.
Yeah, he's thinking about Peter Parker. You know, he's got bummed out. He's like, yeah, it's true. Like, we do have people we miss, and
people.
He stopped being selfish.
Mm-hmm.
I love his face when it works.
He just like sits down. He's like, "Oh no,
like, whoa.
I'm sorry." I like leaned into my dog, and he just huffed. It's okay. Go back to sleep. She coined it. It belongs to her.
Shit.
She's so cute.
Oh, she's adorable. Little faces
That
she
little
makes.
kid
Jeez.
actress. She is cute. And like, she's totally blackmailing him for some juice pops.
That's extortion.
She's good at it though.
How could you deny a little face like that some juice pops? And a little tiny
Right?
voice too, a little tiny voice. Perfect casting. Because if it would have been some little redhead kid, you know, I've been like, who cares about his daughter? I'm just kidding. Why does he love his daughter so much? Ew. Like, there it is. I love you.
She's got those big brown eyes and that squeaky little voice.
Little dimples.
And she's just smiling at him. It's like, oh God. It's like, of course she has to be cute.
I like that meme that says, I love you 3000. And then it shows Andre 3000. He's like, all right.
She loves me 3,000. You were somewhere like in the
900 range.
I like how he told her that she needs to go to bed or else he's going to sell all her stuff.
Yeah. Perfect Stark humor. He's like, I can stop, you know, researching this, and I discovered it. I can just bury this at the bottom of the lake that we have outside. She's like, yeah, but like, you probably wouldn't be able to sleep, you know.
All the people that you could help, potentially. And she knows that she cannot be that selfish.
Right. And she knows that he's too good of a person to be selfish. You know, it's not like, you know, like he even needs convincing. She knows that he wouldn't be able to sleep knowing that it's at the bottom of the lake. So he'd probably go up and dig it up again. So it's good that he finally decided to do the right thing. Because they could have did this many hours ago in the daytime with everyone around and made a plan.
But he's been just stewing on it.
Yeah, he had to think about it for a while.
That's kind of sad. She says that she wants him to be able to rest.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Then at the end, when he's dead, she says, you can rest now.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Good eye. You're right. Perfect. There's the van.
That's rough. Oh, dude. This scene is amazing. This scene with their mock-up time machine that they're using. It's like, freaking Ant-Man. Like, dude, you go through so much in this one scene. It's like, you can do this, right? And he's like, probably.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
Yeah, sure. So apparently, I guess they pushed time through Scott Lang instead of him going through time is what went wrong. So it's really funny to see his different body transformations.
Yeah. And he's just like, I think I peed in my pants.
I don't know if it was old me or young me or me.
Old me or baby me. Oh my gosh. Brightburn. Oh, old man Ant-Man.
My back.
Oh, little baby Ant-Man. It's Scott. As a baby, he'll grow.
Yeah, he'll grow.
Back. It's like Captain America's so mad at that. He's like, bring him back.
Somebody peed my pants.
I love the fact that he remembers that, like being baby me or old me. Or
Can you imagine being a baby, not be able to talk or like scream? You're just like just a baby.
Like you still like think about it. You're like, oh, how is that an absolute win, Hulk? How is that an absolute win? That is not a win.
I see this as an absolute win.
There he is.
Comes rolling up finally, late to the party.
Mm-hmm.
And pure dramatic.
Better late than never.
True. Yeah, in pure dramatic Stark fashion.
I love that he drives right past him.
He has to reverse.
Yeah, and he just slowly.
Yeah, it's a hybrid E-Train or whatever, E-Tron. Sponsored Audi. And this is cool because, like, this is their first time they're talking to each other since they departed 5 years ago. So they had time to, some time apart. I guess. I mean, this isn't the first time they talked. They talked to the cabin previously, but still, it gave them some time.
They've actually talked.
Yeah, and it gave them some time to heal.
Yeah. Now it's like, instead of, there's all this tension, there was this huge thing, like, you protected the person that killed my mom. Yeah. Now it's more like, we're old friends. We've been through hell and back together. I miss you. We were going through a lot. We need to team back up
together. Mm-hmm. Let's do this.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is best. This is one of the better scenes. When he lifts the trunk and hands him his shield. Just because he doesn't want his daughter to take it sledding.
Yeah. Just imagine her like zipping down a hill super fast, vibrating
on a vibranium shield. Dude, I would go sledding on that.
Oh hell yeah!
Right?
I break all the bones in my body, but it'd be worth it.
You'd have a lot of fun there for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Before you crashed into something.
Oh, taco.
Oh, dude. His poor lunch. I feel so bad for him.
I know. Me too.
He takes the time to like straighten out the paper and everything, and like all the insides of his taco gets blown out. And like all of his chips are gone. Look, his drink's knocked over.
When Hulk
and they just call him a creeper.
Yeah, we got an idiot out here, is what Nebula says. When Hulk hands him the taco, he hands him 2 tacos. Yep. He hands him 2 tacos, but he only has one in his hand after Hulk hands it to him. So
he's really hungry, I guess. I love how Hulk's just like, here, I'll share.
There's 2.
There it is, 2.
And then it goes to 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh.
I love how the song just like fits with the Guardians, and
I love how like clearly no one's amazed at the fact that they have a talking raccoon and the Hulk in the back of their truck.
New Asgardia, But you figured they had to drive through a city to get to New Asgard, so it's like a little suspicious.
You like how everyone's just looking at him like, not these guys again,
right? I guess like the world has known about aliens since Avengers 1, so they don't really think having Asgardians from a different realm living in the U.S. is a little weird. They're probably just used to it, I guess. Valkyrie. It's funny because she's like pretty much in charge anyways, although not technically right now, because it's Thor.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that later on she becomes
handed
power. Exactly.
Like she kind of just stepped up to be their leader, but Thor's just like, hey, you've been leading these people. You're their ruler.
Right. He's just a mess.
Yeah, he is. Oh, I love it when he's threatening the gamer kid.
New Master 69, yeah.
Yep. And he's like, you tell him that I will fly into there. He's like, and I will take your father's arms.
I'm not gonna be a butt. I love these 2 on the couch, just chilling, eating snacks.
playing video games.
So good. His belly. I like how he rubs a rocket in his belly.
In his belly.
So good. Meek and Korg. And Korg's like what the director Takiti, right?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. B is in the bucket. You know, feel free to log on to the Wi-Fi. Noob Master.
Noob Master. Oh, he called me a dickhead again.
Rip off your arms and shove them in your butt.
Trying to think what game they're playing. It's Fortnite, I think.
Hey, Ricky Macus. I'm gonna butcher that last bit, but hey, Ricky.
Ricky Markstadt. What's up, dude? Yeah, they created a loophole in Endgame.
Yeah.
Especially with Loki messing up. Or messing up with the cube, too, and having Loki teleport away.
So with them changing everything, does that mean that possibly Loki could still be alive, possibly Vision could still be alive?
Maybe. I think they're going to rebuild Vision is what's going to happen.
At the very end, we see where Quill is searching for Gamora.
Yeah.
Because Gamora did travel into that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's like old Gamora, so it doesn't even remember him, really. She doesn't know Peter Quill, which is kind of a bummer. I guess win her love all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Loki, it's going to be like evil cosmic cube Loki. So that's kind of weird. He didn't grow like the one we knew and loved. So that's going to be different too. Oh, yeah, Thor's still definitely torn out about Thanos. Mm-hmm. He's like, don't say that name.
Chopped Thanos' big head off. Stormbreaker? I like how everyone's just like trying to help him.
Yeah.
But like he's so torn up.
Korg's like, we don't say that name around here.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's just trying to be a friend to him. I said it was you. You helped me.
I know, like this is just like extreme PTSD, extreme survivor's guilt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like
for sure.
First.
Definite survivor's guilt.
He's literally just like drinking himself into a stupor and just
his mom, his family, like everyone's dead,
His home. He
like
lost his mom.
Mm-hmm.
His girlfriend left him. He lost his father. And then he lost his home, his brother, his friend, and then the earth, the whole snap thing happened, and he thought he was doing good when he killed Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like everyone blamed him for a hot second there.
His hair looks all dreaded and matted. Can you imagine how bad that place smells?
Yeah.
It's all hot. There's no AC.
I was like, there's beer on the ship.
Yeah.
Like, does it matter? Does it really matter, Thor? You're going to drink it anyway.
Oh, this is so cool. I would love to see like a Ronin movie.
Yes. Jeremy Renner is Ronin.
And it's kind of cool to see him not use his bow and arrow. Instead, he's using swords. Like he learned how to use swords. Mm-hmm. I can't remember why.
Everyone was talking about all that training that he had. Mm-hmm. And it's like, finally, we're showing off a bit more of it.
Yeah, like in the comic, I guess when he decided to be Ronin, I think what happened was like Captain America saw how dependent he was growing or using a bow and arrow, and he like just broke his bow and arrow in half and like shoved his face in the ground. He's like, "Well, I'm going to teach you how to fight because you need to not be so dependent on just a bow and arrow," and then eventually learned how to use swords. But I feel like there was some significance and meaning too of him using a sword, and I forget where that came along for the comic book character. But I was so excited to see this, and this is the only time you see Ronin mask on. That's the only time you see the Ronin mask, even like a little bit from the side up here, when Black Widow spots him.
Yeah. I honestly wish we had seen just more of Ronin going on this whole spree.
Totally, that'd have been so awesome.
Because we only heard about it.
Mhm.
And we just saw like the tail end of it. I wish that we had seen so much more of it.
Yeah, he's probably been doing this for 5 years, or at least 4 years. Like, yeah, this part of the mask, that's as close as you can get to the mask.
Mm-hmm.
You just see this, it has a little tiny trail on the side that comes around in the mouth, but for the most part, it seems like just a little sash that he wears. I was wish the costume would have been better. I don't know. It's just kind of like a robe, but it's still cool. I just love seeing this Tokyo gangster fighting with guns and swords. It's so awesome. Yeah, you're right. I wish we could have seen this, seen more of this. It's funny because isn't like the first time, I think the first time he met Black Widow, she was like killing and stuff, and he told her to be better, and now she's kind of doing the same for him.
Yep. See, this is a friendship that, like, as far as the movies go, I've always wanted to see that first meeting between these two, because I wanted to see how they worked through all of that and how they became so important to one another. And you see that so much in this film, especially.
Sure. Yeah.
Like we've seen like bits and clips of it, like in Civil War, where they have to face off with each other, and she's just like, we're still friends, right? And he's like, I don't know, depends how hard you hit me. And like in this one where they have to decide who's going to be sacrificed, that's
brutal,
heart-wrenching.
Yeah, that is heart-wrenching, and it makes it so much more impactful too.
The dude,
because you see the relationship together. Yeah, the dude Thor.
Walking around with this soda.
I like how he's fixing Rocket's fixing the ship, and he's like, "Hey, Stark, you're the smartest person on Earth. All right, like, don't think you're hot shit. Like, Rocket's probably smarter than Tony Stark." And Scott's still so messed up. He's still a little. His nerves are too wrecked.
One test run.
Yeah. Like, whoops.
Dude, that slave just looks so cool right there.
Oh yeah, he's all tatted up now. Sick cat's bra. Sick ink. Yeah, he's like volunteers immediately. He's like, yeah, I don't care. Like, I'll do it. Totally Ricky Markstad. I feel that. I definitely made a move about that.
How wouldn't changing the past change the future, though?
I know, right? Yeah, I mean, they're saying, I guess, it leaves like an alternate reality for that time, like that you traveled to. For them, it changes their future, but like not ours, because we already had our future.
Like, no matter what time movie you watch, if you watch anything that has to do with like time travel or like a time machine or anything, there's always a huge just debate on what you can and cannot do and what'll happen. And it's just like even in the Harry Potter movie with the time turner, the rules that you're allowed to use there. And it's just it's never an easy answer. So I do like the fact that they did have that scene where they're setting up the rules that's allowed in, I guess, this continuity. So
I think it's really
cool that Hawkeye lived on a farm.
I know, right?
Like, just completely away from everything. Perfect.
I think it's so cool they all get to travel through the microverse and experience what Ant-Man has experienced before, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's back home.
Mm-hmm.
you imagine how freaked out his daughter would have been if she would have saw him after he called out for her?
And he's just got that haircut, and he's just holding her, hugging her, and she's like, "Dad."
Yeah, in a weird suit. It's like,
Yeah, that'd be creepy.
I
That
wonder if, like,
wild-eyed look.
and then you wonder if like his other version of him is there too or not.
Right, and they'd have to like fight or something because he's just like, "It's okay, I'm you."
Oh. But it's great because like it builds hope. They know it's possible. They succeeded,
He just wants to see his daughter.
and that was pretty clever for them to give themselves a little time limit to make sure it worked.
Yeah,
Enough time for them to mess something up.
just enough time to steal his daughter's glove.
Right.
That's what it is. Just enough time.
Dad's like, what the heck? Like, where's my glove?
Who is the real hero of Avengers Endgame?
Oh, the rat for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah.
100% the rat.
Yeah. Yeah. If you went and watched a rewind of this, we definitely talk about the hero being the rat. I like how they're having this like business meeting, this plan, find out what they have to do, and when it comes to like Thor's part, he's just still too messed up to even talk. I think it's really sad and depressing when it's time for his speech.
Dude, Hawkeye's hair is so cool. I'm sorry, Ronan's hair is so cool in this.
Is he asleep? I think he's dead.
He's just got his hand slightly in his
Al
pants.
Bundy
His
style.
cat's hanging out.
Total Al Bundy style, the hand down the pants. I actually really want to see Thor 2 again because that's where the stone came from.
Thor with spirit fingers.
Jade and I just be an old flame back in the day. I wonder what Jane Foster is doing during this time.
Yeah, she's just kind of sitting around waiting for Marvel to write that check. That's what Jane Foster's doing.
Yeah.
She's like, I want that Lady Thor money.
Yep. It's so funny. I love those memes. Like that one where it has like the lady walking into the room, like from the Ellen show, like all happy. Like, there's one of her, like her face photoshopped onto it after it's like after Marvel becomes a success because the Thor 1 and 2 weren't too popular.
Yeah.
Took them a while to get popular. This part's cool. I like how they're trying to plan out where the stones were and during what time. He's like a little puppy.
You want to go to space, puppy? He literally like pats him on the head.
Yeah, so she knows. I guess she just thinks Thanos murdered her sister there on Volmir.
Well, she knows. She knows because like
she doesn't know how though, right?
She even said that it required a sacrifice.
Did she say that? Okay.
Well, she says that in the end of Infinity War.
Okay.
That it required a sacrifice. He went there with Gamora, and then he came back alone.
So she didn't. Yeah, it's like she didn't give any of them a heads up. She could have gave like Hawkeye or.
He didn't tell anyone. Like, hey, you might want to bring someone.
Yeah, someone you don't mind sacrificing.
Although, would it really work if you just sacrificed some random person?
Oh,
I thought you had to like sacrifice a person that you loved.
Yeah, you're right.
Work.
Yeah,
because like if it was just whoever, I'm sure that Thanos could have gotten someone else.
Mm-hmm.
but like it tore him up, killing Gamora.
They should have went back in time, got like a clone of them, or not a clone, but like an older version of themselves, since it doesn't change their future or whatever, and then push them.
Just go somewhere where there's like a really horrible person, just grab that horrible person and just like throw them.
Yeah.
Like someone who doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of history.
Right.
And just like toss them in.
Yeah, bring them and like their mother.
Go.
Yeah, them and their mother, and then like the mother can shove the person down. Whatever it
Yeah,
takes.
I totally agree, Ricky. Without Star-Lord, getting bent out of shape, then they could have defeated Thanos. There was a minute there.
Mm-hmm. They really could have. Hashtag blame Peter Quill, or Star-Lord, not Thor.
Like, there's a meme that went around for the longest time, and it was like the most hated people by nerds, and it was Ollie from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
What he did to Jon Snow. It was I guess it was also Joffrey, and then it was Peter Quill. It was like two Game of Thrones like people that like straight up either hardcore evil or completely betrayed people, and then it was like Peter Quill, or like the Obey posters,
Right.
something like that, but it just said idiot.
Awesome. I love seeing the original Avengers here. It's such a fun idea in theory, going through Avengers history or going through Marvel cinematic history all over again. It's so fun.
Like, yeah, Hulk, maybe you should smash some things.
I think that Chitauri is dead. He's just so close to them. He's all embarrassed.
He just like tears his shirt off. He's like, fine. He's like, I have to.
It's a bit gratuitous, but whatever.
He's like so much smaller than the other Hulk.
Right? Totally.
Oh, he just like he's.
I was super stoked to see her.
Yeah, that she's just like defending her house.
Hell yeah.
She's there to make sure no one messes with the sanctorum.
Yeah. My wife loves this actress so much. $5 years too early for Stephen Strange. She knows already where he is. 20 blocks that way, performing surgery.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to remember, she knows everything.
Oh, yeah.
Basically.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you, Tilda Swinton, she's a beast of an actress.
She really is. Got some dramatic chops.
I mean, I love her as an actress. She's awesome.
Me too. Knocked out of her soul.
Start over, shall we? I like that she just straightens herself up and then she says that line. It's like, yep.
And he's just in shock. I love this part. They're sneaking behind Loki.
Yeah. Loki's just throwing that because he's just bored.
Poor Thor, seeing his mom all over again. On the last day that she's alive, too.
That's rough.
Yeah, to like want to tell them, but you can't.
Mm-hmm.
The wine cellar is just down there.
Got a couple of to-go cups.
He's like, don't you think you're drunk enough already?
Like, I'm sure they lost one hell of a booze cellar. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, guaranteed they got some like magical mead.
Because like they don't exactly do wine, but I'm sure it's legendary.
Oh yeah, like that wasn't that in I think Age of Ultron, the Stan Lee cameo. They
Like
brought
a
some
flask
Asgard.
of it.
Yeah, it's a little shot.
Mm-hmm.
He's just buzzed up immediately. He's like Excelsior. I can't do this. He's having like a panic attack.
Yep.
And then you're right. The show's like Rocket's growth. He's like, get it together, like serious Rocket. You know, it's like bring back my family. Like I lost everything too.
Mm-hmm. Rocket's just like, we've all been through it, but we need to manage this for at least a few hours.
It's like, so you can please get your shit together.
He's like, maybe we might be able to get some of them back.
Mm-hmm.
Brush the crumbs out of your beard.
He didn't notice him. He's like, oh.
He's just like, oh.
You crying? No. Yes. Yes, I'm crying.
Like, no one's going to notice that Thor has 2 different colored eyes.
Yeah, the mom totally brings it up also.
Mm-hmm.
She totally like, it's like, your eye is different. She just knew. And I guess that makes sense too, because like her character is like a magical kind of base character. So she would see through all that.
Doesn't she like talk about who raised her?
Oh yeah, you're right. I think she's like witches or something.
Where she's able to realize like that's an older version of her son.
Mm-hmm.
I love Black Widow just like punting that creature.
Yeah, and then you see Peter Quill do more of that too on like that planet that he's on. These poor little iguanas. I don't feel so bad for them because they look a little nasty. They have like sharp teeth, so maybe they're a little like predatorial.
Yeah, like they probably try to like eat you if you like sit still or something.
Yeah, they probably always try to bite your ankles or something, you know.
My thing is, why did they even get off the ship if they're just gonna leave anyway?
Right? You're right.
Like she got off the ship just to kick one of those things.
It's like, yes, I finally get to kick something like
like Black Widow. I don't know what that is, but that's like alien animal abuse.
Yeah,
you just got off just to kick it.
It's like, I heard these things are nasty. I want to kick one.
Oh gosh. I love it when they find Quill though.
Yeah, he's just dancing, being an idiot.
Yeah, and like I remember seeing that in theaters, and that scene was so cool from his perspective. But then seeing it from the outside looking in, he does look like an idiot.
He's just singing. He's like, what are you doing?
Oh, he's an idiot. Oh gosh, and seeing a younger Gamora and a younger Nebula.
This is really cool. I love the scene because we didn't get to see them like this in the earlier movies. It's like a whole new scene of them in the time period.
And you get to see a bit more into their relationship that you never really saw before.
Right.
I mean, it was always Gamora's side of the story. But you see more in Nebula in this, which I really appreciate.
In the past, didn't we see them fight each other for Thanos's like benefit, and then like loser would get like robotic kind of things done to them? I think we saw a fight happen once like that.
And like Nebula always lost the fight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's why he just turned her into that being that she is now.
That's too bad old Nebula doesn't change into a good guy at the end. I guess it was too soon for her. She didn't have that time to grow as a character.
Well, I think the thing about it wasn't that she was necessarily a good guy or a bad guy. It was whether or not she was for or against Thanos. Mm-hmm. And then after Thanos kills her sister, you know?
Yeah.
Like, she had nothing left.
Right.
And then it was just like the only person that she knew was Rocket or Tony at that point.
Yeah, she actually grew to be sisters, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess this version was too early. This was totally unexpected when this happened for me. I was like, what? Like,
when it like glitched their memories? Yeah.
I was like, oh, they're so busted. That sucks.
Like, it kind of makes sense that they could connect to each other that way.
Yeah.
But it's so weird that she could see the memories of the other one.
Same Wi-Fi.
Same cloud.
Yeah.
Don't trust the
Exactly.
cloud.
Don't trust
Okay,
the cloud.
anyone can log into that.
Yeah. Make sure to erase stuff from the cloud that you don't want to
If they
go.
have your password, they're gonna get all your stuff.
Yeah. Destroy the cloud. Just get rid of it.
Okay, so we've been asked by Ricky, speaking of Thor, what do you guys think of Fat Thor?
I love Fat Thor.
We love Fat Thor. We were talking about Fat Thor a little bit earlier, but Thor dealing with all sorts of issues, survivor's guilt, PTSD. I totally buy him just drinking himself into a stupor and playing video games.
I'd be there with Meek and Corey,
right?
on
Just
the
hanging
couch.
out on the couch.
Uh-huh. Talking trash on Noob Master 69. There's America's ass.
America's ass. I like how no one talks about Black Widow, but it's like America's ass.
Yeah.
Captain America.
Oh, dude. This part was so sick with the Hydra.
Yep.
Oh, so good.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Like how everyone lost, every single comic nerd and even just main press lost their sense.
Yes.
When the whole Hydra Cap storyline happened in the comics a few years ago and everything that happened with that.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment in this movie where he just looks at him and says, "Hail Hydra." And it's
I lost it like in the theater. Like I think I let out I think I might even clapped once or twice. Like ridiculous.
Did you notice when he went to flick Ant-Man like stuck his butt out
Yeah,
and like almost twerked it there for a second? Like Ant-Man, he can still flick you. You don't have to have.
If he's that excited about it, like.
Oh, poor Hulk. That's why Hulk's always so mad. He doesn't get to ride in the elevator. He's got to take the stairs. And he's really mad about it. He's like, take the stairs. Like, dude, that's a lot of stairs.
It's so many.
That's a lot of stairs. You're telling me that Stark can't afford a second elevator? Yeah.
His feet are so big to even step on the stairs. He probably just crushes all the stairs as he steps on them. They have to redo the stairs in the whole entire building after he's done walking through them.
Oh, there we go. All right, this is that scene I was talking about. So Cap just entered into the elevator.
And previously, they had that huge fight happen
in
the earlier movie, and that was awesome. The elevator fight scene was fantastic.
You see him like reaching for their guns, like gearing up. And he's like, I need that scepter.
Running point on the scepter. And that's going to be Crossbones, right?
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
Hail Hydra. And he just looks at him like, okay, you can have it. And everyone's like, oh, all right. No one flinches. They're like, all right, he can have it.
Like, whoa, Cap's on board? That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. You got Captain America on Hydra.
In and out. Done deal. I hate the stairs. I was so disappointed to see this plan fail.
I love the Thumbelina reference. It's like especially Marvel's owned by Disney, so they can do the whole reference whatever they want. Which something I didn't know, Thumbelina not a Disney princess.
Really?
They don't own the rights to Thumbelina. That's I forget who owned the properties, but I look back a few years ago. Not Disney princess. It's just a matter of time, I think. Huge gaping plot hole. We need a Thumbelina in Disney princess continuity.
I was pretty excited to see Robert Redford.
Yeah.
Yeah, this sucks so bad that everything went to shit and like failed. He's gonna give me a little heart attack.
You're right, Ricky Mulan is not a princess. She is just
Warrior.
badass warrior. She's neither a king's daughter or marrying a prince, so yeah. Although she almost became a princess in that sequel.
Mulan 2.
Yeah, she almost marries a prince.
Where's Mushu?
Yeah. I like how Loki's just like, oh.
Yeah, he's like, what? Perfect. Yoink. Out of
like,
here.
that was easy.
Yep.
This is me thinking, like, Loki's somewhere.
Yeah, he teleported to the Disney Plus app. That's where he went.
To me, I'm saying that there's a chance Loki might still be alive.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, that's what the show is. The TV
really
show
excited
Disney Plus app is going to take place is
right after this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Loki that didn't do all the growing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying
like,
before. We're going to have like bad guy Loki.
Language Cap.
Yep, language. This was so awesome seeing Cap versus Cap.
Cap versus Cap.
I was so stoked. This is ridiculous. And they both lose their vibranium shields.
Yeah. The only way you can really tell them apart is the one has the mask.
Yeah. Helmet or no helmet?
He's like, yeah, I know.
All day. Yeah. Do you think that's what Cap would have said if he would have been the one wearing the Infinity Gauntlet at the end for the snap?
Yeah.
I can do this all day. Snap.
I think he's just disappointed that he wasn't the one who was able to say it.
Right.
He's just like, really? This guy had to say it first.
That would mess you up. He pretty much loses this fight to himself. If it wasn't for the little Bucky is alive line, he would have been choked out.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the Marcia, or sorry, that's the Martha.
Yeah, you're right.
Marvel, Bucky.
That is the Martha of Marvel. You're right.
Like, why did you say that name? He's just like, he's alive.
That is America's ass.
I'm serious. When he said you've got to be shitting me, I was waiting for the other Cap to say language.
That would have been perfect. They totally should have. That's a huge opportunity.
Really hoping he would just be like, language.
That would have been amazing. I didn't even think of that until you said it. That's so good. All right, so now she has to explain the timeline. Yeah, so that's how they kind of explain how.
Yep.
Take it away, it changes things in that timeline. It creates a branch. It's like what's done is done, like for their time in the future. But I like their plan of taking them and then putting it back where they came from.
Right back at the same time. In that reality.
It's like it never left. Yeah, I like how she knows it's like so risky, not worth it, and then they bring up it's Doctor Strange's like idea to do it, and she's like, oh well, he's like the best of us, so it's like probably should have started off with that. Like it was Doctor Strange's idea to do this.
This is the one chance to save everyone. She's like, all right then.
Yep, that realization. All you had to say.
Like,
Say no more, fam.
Straight, she gets right face to face with him and looks in his eyes just to make sure he's not telling a lie to her. And she's like, all right then. Dude, we need more Tilda Swinton.
Oh, for sure.
Just in Marvel in general.
Oh yeah.
Just let's just have her be like someone. Doctor Strange 2, make this happen. You know, have her be a spirit animal just to show up. I mean, we've got like
I bet
we've
she
got
will be.
Bats the dog.
Yeah.
Like we need her to be just a spirit hanging out.
We need Bats the dog introduced into the MCU.
Yes. Or like the two-headed snakes
Oh yeah.
that were hanging out and like cat calling Black Cat in Black Cat 2 recently. Like, yes,
awesome.
they need to be there too.
All the animals need to be in the MCU.
All the talking animals possible. Rocket needs some friends.
Yeah. Let's get Throg in there as well, you know.
And
Little
Thorgy,
Throg.
Loki's dog.
Oh yeah.
Hellhound, Thorgy dog. Oh yeah.
I would love to see Throg though. Thor Frog.
Well, we've seen Cosmo, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Bring more Cosmo in.
That's right. I forgot we saw Cosmo. We need a scene where like him and Lockjaw meet. They like just play with each other.
We need Marvel animals, like a one shot. Like we've got Marvel zombies, you know, we've got X-Women, we've got all these different like great one shots and like great stories that are offshoots. We need Marvel animals.
Yeah. There was like the Pet Avengers series, and that was like a little cute, fun thing. We need more. More.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where they hacked into the system. They found the cheat codes to win.
Yeah, that's right. Thanos cheats everyone.
Avengers, unruly wretches. It's like he almost experienced them before already. He's like, Avengers, unruly wretches. It's like, do you know them? Apparently you're seeing them for the first time here.
I mean, maybe he's just kind of like heard some rumors of them.
Maybe. I think it was probably because Loki messed up his plan in New York for the first time. Yeah. Oh yeah, then here's back to Thor and his mom. It's a really touching scene too. He's just crying and he misses her so much, seeing her again. And it's like the day before she dies.
Isn't this the day she dies?
You're right, it's the day she dies.
I think she just sneaks around because she's his mom. She's like, what are you doing?
She didn't even sneak around, she just appeared like right there, you know.
She just told him that he's not very good at sneaking around.
She's magical. I always wear this. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, there's the eye thing. It's like time is not good to you.
Aww.
I didn't say I was from the future.
I was raised by witches, boy.
There you go.
Oh,
It's so sad. I'm totally from the future.
Like, she just looks good talk. There's Natalie Portman. I totally forgot she was even in this movie.
Me too.
And like, you know, they didn't just reuse that clip because they need Rocket.
Yeah, and like also like, why is Rocket following her?
Because he's trying to get the stone out of her. Remember?
Out of her? Like she has the stone on her, or
like she had like the whatever or ether or whatever sucked into her, and it was making her really sick.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And that's why Rocket's just like.
Yeah, I knew he had some kind of like extractor, and I knew she had something to do with it. I just didn't know like
I wouldn't trust Rocket to extract anything from me because he'd probably like take an arm or an eyeball or something. Just be like, I'm gonna need that chick's foot.
Oh my god.
I don't know why, but I need her foot.
That thing looked like he put it together himself, and it looked really bulky and painful. like
Right.
5 or 6 like plugs
Like,
coming out of it.
You know it's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah, she's got like a big scar somewhere on her chest.
Like you see her as Jane Foster Thor, and there's just a really big like circular scar somewhere, and somebody asks her about it, she's like, I don't want to talk about it.
I hate raccoons. I hate raccoons. Awful creatures.
She hates raccoons.
She has like a fear of them from
Like how everyone's chasing after Rocket. Like clearly he did something.
I'm actually glad my one pug is asleep, because I tried watching this once before and she flips each time she sees Rocket. She like hates seeing dogs or raccoons apparently.
Aw. I got the thing. You know, this really was a gift because he got to tell his mother that he loved her one last time.
Totally. And he needed that so bad.
Just to hug her.
Yeah. And get some good life advice too from her. Eat a salad. Oh, that's great.
Sometimes it takes a second.
I love that he brings it into the future.
I like that his mom's just like, he'll get it eventually.
I wonder, like, then, like, what that Thor's going to do without that Mjolnir.
No. There's that scene we were talking about.
The
like,
dancing scene.
He looks so cool when you first watch Guardians in this scene, and then you see the outside of it, and he just looks so lame.
He's just singing into it.
Uh-huh.
Those little creatures again.
That creepy rat thing is like hating him.
Yeah, that's the animals they were kicking earlier. So this guy's an idiot.
So he's an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was easy.
He has one knockout.
He speaks.
I like how Rhodey references.
Oh, okay. Ricky is saying she has the reality stone inside her body.
Yeah, I wonder how he got it out of her. That's crazy. I really wanted to watch Thor 2 again just for that.
I actually really like Thor 2. It's a good bad movie.
That's how I feel about Age of Ultron. Like people always like crap on that one. I love Age of Ultron. I like hearing Rhodey's like, yeah, isn't there like traps and things you should be aware of, like Temple of Doom?
Oh, that'd be weird. He said they should do a story where Thor, Love, and Thunder, where Lady Sif gives birth to Thor's daughter and kept secret from Thor for years, and that's why Lady Sif was not around for Thor Ragnarok. Like they still haven't they still really haven't said like, where is Sif?
Right.
Where is she? Like you saw her at the end of like an end credit scene with one of the stones forever ago, just giving it to the Collector. And we haven't seen her since, really.
Yeah, huge bummer.
Huge plot hole. And also really great actress to lose out on.
Right? I liked her.
Like I'll tell you, I would love to see more Lady Sif, and I would love to see the inclusion of Angela.
Oh yeah, totally.
Especially she's their little sister. So
I wonder if you'd pay like Seth MacFarlane for that, like get him on board.
And just like introduce her and have her with like her Spawn earrings on, and then somebody asks her about it, it's like, oh yeah, it's just an ex-boyfriend, it's not a big deal.
And then Marvel buys Spawn and brings him into the MCU. Right,
just have the little earrings still, and just like, oh, what's his? It's like, just ex-boyfriend's been years. Just have a line like that.
Ex-boyfriend, you know,
nothing big.
Found them all.
still feel like one of the best moments for Angela in comics was Gamora proposing to her, and she's like, "No, Rocket, I won't marry you." And it's like, this is actually Gamora. And then she's like, "I'll think about it." This is not a no.
No, think about it.
She'll think about it.
And that is destiny fulfilled. He's like totally cool with it. He's like, yeah. He's like, either way, I won.
That's the thing about it, because Nebula really doesn't betray him.
No. Mm-mm.
Like, it's still her dad.
Mm-hmm.
As much as she hates him, she's like Gamora. They hate him, but he's still their father.
Right. He's the only thing they've ever known.
It tears them both up when they think they kill him or they see him dead. Because, like, even in Infinity War, when Gamora kills him during that whole thing, she starts to cry over him.
Yeah. And it sucks she doesn't have reception to warn the other guys or anybody.
Yep.
And then they just immediately teleport her away.
Yeah. It's like they got Nebula.
Yeah. It's like, oh, crap.
They're just in the car waiting. Just sitting in the car waiting.
That's got to be like the worst couple minutes waiting in the car to tell Captain America that you failed.
Yeah. Like, dude, you know, you did what we needed you to, but we're still screwed.
Yeah. But Tony and Iron Man have, or Iron Man and Cap have a plan, though. There's still one more shot.
Yep.
Let's go back further.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cool how
I have a vaguely
like when they go
exact idea.
Yeah, how vague. Yeah, I like that their plan
Like,
was
this
like
is so awkward for Cap going back to that time.
it's like their last chance. They're using the last of their stuff, but there in that base is Ant-Man's, the original Ant-Man's, like more stuff to teleport.
Yep. The Pym particles.
Yeah, Pym particles.
And
like,
what else is there is Agent Peggy Carter.
right, his boo.
Yeah. And she's still just as beautiful.
Mm-hmm. She's a total babe.
Yeah. What is it? Haley Atwell? Is that her name?
So. Mm-hmm. And didn't they say they're going to bring back the Agent Carter series with her?
I think so.
Not so, yeah. 420 LRO. Enough said.
Stan
Lee.
Stan the Manly.
Make love, not war.
Wasn't his last cameo Teen Titans Go?
I don't know. I think that came out. Did that come out after this?
But wasn't it filmed like after this and everything?
I don't know. I started watching Teen Titans Go
before, but I think it was filmed after.
Yeah, I didn't see the Stan Lee cameo in Teen Titans Go. I only watched like the first couple minutes of it. I didn't get to finish it.
Like, it's very animated, but it's a very gratuitous cameo. He's just like, "I'm Stan Lee."
That's awesome.
And he's like, "You want an autograph?" And he like is holding out comics and like a pen.
Oh, that rules. Oh
yeah.
I love that actress too. The one that she's in Community as well.
I like how he's just trying not to be seen.
Yeah.
Like, especially on the sign outside, it says the birthplace of Captain America. And he's just like, he keeps pushing his hat down farther. He's like, "You don't see me."
I kind of want to do like a rewind of what's in these boxes in slow motion to see if like we can spot any Marvel relics.
Oh gosh. There's probably so much cool stuff in every single box.
Totally. Back in the game. Tight.
Mm.
That'd be a trip meeting your dad.
Yeah.
It's funny because like they keep mentioning this goatee like later on, and it's true. It's like, I guess back then no one really had a goatee. It's always like clean shaven or a mustache. It's like automatically suspicious.
Didn't they call him like a hippie beatnik?
Yeah.
And because he had that.
And like, doesn't his dad refer to him like ask him if he smokes pot in like his own old timey way?
Shake that, don't pull it. Like, you shake finger? Like, what? It's so weird.
It's so weird.
He literally was like, shake that, don't pull it.
I want to do that to you guys next time I see you. Shake your finger.
Mm.
You're not one of those beatniks, are you, Potts?
Oh gosh, the Ant-Man helmet.
Yeah, so big.
Oh my god, the hairpiece. The hairpiece is legendary.
Amazing. It's like kind of a mullet also.
The box is glowing, and to be honest, some of our male guys are not feeling great. You didn't open it, did you?
Perfect prank call, Captain America. Bravo. Yeah, I remember there was like one theory before. I saw it on Reddit or something, but there was like a different time where like all the stones were in one time in the same city. You could have made one trip instead of just separating. And this is cool. He gets to talk to his dad and see that he really did care about his family. You know, he wasn't so cold-hearted, and he was worried he didn't know how to be a dad, and give each other some tips.
Okay. Ricky's saying that Endgame was Stan Lee's last cameo. And he's got to head out. So bye, Ricky.
Thank you so much for joining us, Ricky.
Thanks for having fun with us.
Bye.
So we're about an hour 43 into
47,
the movie.
48, 39.
No,
50.
right there. 43.
Yeah, I'm counting the seconds.
We're not counting seconds. For anyone who's trying to match up our timeline. I like that he just stumbles into Peggy Carter's office without even meaning to.
The big sign outside says Peggy Carter.
Margaret.
Yeah, Margaret.
Carter, director. It's been a few years since the series.
So someone made like a meme, and it's just like how creepy he is, like looking through the blinds, and how obvious it is. He's just like right there.
And she doesn't look up.
Yeah, he's just right there.
Like he can almost just read out. She doesn't even look up. So I have a question that'll probably spoil the ending for anyone who hasn't already seen it. So I'll hold it until later.
Shame on them for not seeing it.
We're probably spoiling all this if you haven't seen the movie yet.
Sure.
What's going on? Mastodon, we are doing a live commentary of Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, Donnie, come and join us.
Yeah. So we are right around an hour 50 into the movie.
Hour 45.
It said, hour 45 into the movie. We're about an hour 50 into the stream. Sorry. 2 different times.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, Tony Stark is talking to Howard Stark. No amount of money ever bought a second of time. That is a great little nugget of wisdom.
True. Although money did afford the time machine, so they could have all the time.
True. You just gotta like poke a little hole in that. He goes to hug him. And Howard's just looking at him like,
Yeah, it's like a little too personal for just meeting someone.
Your wife's watching Harry Potter? Which Harry Potter? We ever met that guy?
I don't
know. Weird beard. He's a weirdo with a beardo. Weird. Tony Stark.
Poor Gamora.
Nebula on Nebula.
Yeah, Nebula on Nebula crime.
Yep. Sorcerer's Stone. Okay, she's the beginning.
I like her costume change is she just takes off the headpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect costume.
That gold piece right there.
Mm-hmm. So at least like you can kind of see how Nebula is understanding a little bit and having some kind of mercy or second thoughts. Mm-hmm. At least understanding of what's like kind of good and what happened. Meanwhile, Nebula's just being vicious to Nebula.
Mm-hmm. Well, Nebula has her own ambitions and goals. And right. If that means taking down Nebula to reach those goals, she's going to do it.
I'm sure it's a little easier for her to do it to herself also because she kind of has this self-hatred as well. Yeah. I like his little throne room. There's like a little lake next to him.
And she's like stolen those pieces from herself and put them on her own face.
Mm-hmm. Former, oh man.
Dude, this is one of the scenes where I cried.
So sad.
I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the scenes where I cried.
Does Black Widow remember Red Skull?
They're best friends.
I bet the raccoon didn't have to climb a mountain. He eats garbage.
Here's my thing. Like, no one ever tries to kill this guy.
Yeah, right.
Like, what happens if they just try to kill this guy?
I don't think you can. So I feel like
she could have at least pulled the trigger once just to see.
Right, yeah, totally. That'd have been awesome.
Like, watch, she shoots him and his voice is all squeaky. And he's like, how dare you? I just wanted to see it one time. He gets knocked to the ground.
Yeah, I always figured he couldn't die because, like, whatever turned him into that, that made it, like, his purpose.
Yeah.
He's like a spirit kind of specter thing.
Was it his story that, like, he sought the stone and then he, like, gave up everything and then he, like, I don't know, regretted it and that's why he became that specter?
I guess. I think something has turned him into that. Like, I forget what his reasoning was. It was something about him wanting it so bad and, like, he couldn't get it. Maybe he didn't have anyone to sacrifice. They're like, all right, well, your time's up, buddy. Like, what are you going to do?
He just went to, like, grab the stone.
Yeah, they're pretty vague on, like, how that happened.
I love the fact that they, like, take a second to have a whole powwow.
Yeah, like, we got to think about this. Like,
yeah.
Let this soak in.
And there's so many times during that fight scene that it could go either way.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah. Who did you think it was going to be?
I mean, I like Black Widow, but I was hoping it'd be Black Widow.
Just because Clint had his family?
Yes, honestly, like so much of this was Clint needing to get his family back.
Yeah.
And let's face it, I mean, it's Black Widow, it's
She has guns.
ScarJo. I mean, they brought her back in the comics. I have a feeling that she's going to find her way back in the movie.
Right. They can just use her clone like the comics, you know?
I mean, they could always go back in time and just throw someone else down there and just like pull her out. It's fine.
True, you're right.
It's fine. If it's the exact same time, would it really screw up things that much?
Exactly. I love this fight though. It's so good. Yeah, I too thought like it was gonna be Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, just because they showed and they were so invested in Clint's family.
Yeah. And like she loves Clint's family so much.
Right.
You know, like his family is her family. To be honest. And it's just he just asks her if she'll tell his family that he loves them.
Yeah, in the back of my mind, I was still like, oh, well, maybe it still could be a Hawkeye because like his family will come back and he won't be there, but it would be like a sacrifice that he like made to have everyone come back, you know.
You're a pain in my ass, you know that. And she's like,
so
yeah,
good.
I do. I will say my one big regret from the MCU is we never got to see Mockingbird and Hawkeye.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a coupling that I've always liked. It kind of bothers me that we didn't get it.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah, I'm with you all the way on that.
I mean,
That would have been much better than a family.
maybe if they like rebooted it at some point, we'd get that.
True.
But it wouldn't be Jeremy Renner Hawkeye, which he's such a good Hawkeye now.
What if they do that for the show? Isn't there supposed to be like a Hawkeye show with the girl version Hawkeye?
You know who I think might make a decent like young Hawkeye?
Who?
What is it? Is it Kevin Eastman?
Kevin Eastman. That sounds
Scott Eastman?
really familiar. That sounds really familiar.
He's
I'd have to Google him.
He's Clint Eastman's son.
Oh, cool.
He was in Suicide Squad for a hot second there, and there was like a lot of people like, "Oh my God, he's Agent Grayson," but he wasn't. He was just like, you know, nameless soldier #2 or something, and then he just died. Like he was like a big deal that he was going to be in it, and he just died.
Way to go, DC.
Yeah, it was kind of a big letdown.
That part when she's like, "Let me go," and then
and she just kicks off.
Well, she had to kick herself off because he wouldn't let go. But it's like, why would you ask him to let go when you can just kick off in the first place? Like, are you really going to torture him that much?
Like the way
like,
her blood is, it almost looks like she's got that long red hair right there. It's craziness. I think they'll find a way to bring her back.
Yeah.
#comics. Who's actually still dead in comics?
Yeah, it's funny how they always wake up in like Soul World. We're all assuming this place is.
Yeah.
Like I imagine their physical body's still on Volmir at the top, just like lying there, like on the floor. While meanwhile, in their mind, they're in Soul World.
When this whole scene happened, I thought there was going to be like a little child Black Widow there. Like,
Cool.
Why'd you do it, Clint?
I think it would have been cool to see like a little Gamora there or something to show that like the Soul World keeps a piece of you.
Something. Or like, it's okay. It's okay. He just cries.
Oh, yeah. So aggravated and frustrated. Yeah, because like in the comics, like Soul World keeps a part of like your soul. Like no matter if you touch it or go into it, it's a little piece of you. But that'd been really cool to see like a baby Gamora there to show like she's still kind of there.
Sorry, this is such an emotional part, but your dog's making me
I know,
laugh.
she's like right in my face. Jesus. Like biting my hand, I have to put a toy in front of
Make it. Such an emotional part. There's this adorable dog.
Sorry, everybody.
Perfect timing.
This is how it is. Like each time I try to watch anything, it's like these two all up in my face until they are tired out and they finally pass out, and it's like peace and quiet for hours. Thor's like, "What's the big deal? We can just go back in time." Doesn't work like that, bro.
He's like, we could get her back. Why couldn't they get her back?
I know, right?
Like,
really good.
I understand they needed her sacrifice to get the stone, but
Right.
now they have the stone. So why can't they just go back now?
Exactly. They totally could. And plus,
we're talking about space matters. Like Thor's just like, Earthling, shh. Like the grown-ups are talking here.
like a Hulk just like totally yeets this bench across the lake, sends it.
He's got a good question. Why doesn't anyone go there just to talk to him?
Yeah, right.
Like,
True.
dude,
It's like someone
not
does talk to this guy. Yeah.
nobody goes to talk to him. Like, you go talk to him. You grab your flying hammer and you go talk to him.
It's like, do we really know that we have to sacrifice someone for it? He could just be shitting with all of us.
He could. Maybe we could just cut out the middleman and kill him.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we could just throw him off.
Right. Yeah.
We don't know.
He just presses a
They
button.
didn't try it.
All he has to do is press a button and it gives you the stone. He just waits for the Avenger to throw off a buddy. Press the button.
Yeah. You know, every time someone leaves there, he just starts laughing to himself. He's just like, these idiots.
He's still his evil Red Skull self, you know.
Yep.
That's awesome. Brand new Infinity Gauntlet, Tech Stark style.
Yep. I like how he like spooked him.
It's such a delicate matter. They're afraid it might explode. It scares them.
Thor wants to wear it.
Yeah, that's right. I'll do it. It's me. It makes you wonder what he would wish for if he actually pulled it off. Be tons of snacks, tons of beer everywhere.
You know he's still drunk, right?
Yeah.
Like, clearly, he's still drunk.
This part's awesome. How Hulk brings it up. He's like, oh yeah, that's really sad. His face, like, please, just let me do something.
Just let me do
Let me
something
do it.
good.
I love Hulk's line where he says, "It emits a bunch of gamma radiation. It's like I was born for this." So like, it'd be really, really cool if Marvel would get like the rights back from Universal. Even though Universal just has the distribution rights, but still have a whole new solo movie of like maybe Hulk's beginnings and like how it was like purposely done for him to do that, like a destiny fulfilled kind of thing.
Well, how much longer is Universal even going to keep those rights, though?
Right. I mean, I think
because it's been a hot minute since they had a Hulk movie.
Right.
Hulk will go back to Marvel if they don't do something soon, I'm sure.
I think Universal just has the distribution rights. And I'm not sure if there's an actual time limit on that.
I don't know. Because like film rights, there's always the time limit, but I don't know.
All these
like if this Nebula still has her hand.
Oh yeah.
I love the fact that she's just a collection of spare parts.
Yeah.
At this point.
It's pretty sad.
It's very sad.
I bet like everyone here gets immediate cancer from all the radiation.
Right.
From the snap.
Everyone puts their suit on or like does something to like shield the other one.
I love that.
Like he's got his shield for I guess he's a Hawkeye Ronin because he's got the bow and arrow now.
Yeah, you're right.
But he's still in like his Ronin costume.
You're right. That's badass. That is.
He's both.
That's sick. I love that lockdown thing too. That was cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay, everyone. Rocket has goggles. That's all he needs.
And there's enough matter to cover Hulk's arm, and some reason somehow keeps growing.
Shouldn't like Thor at least be like holding his hammer right now for this?
Right? Turn it off. It's like burning his skin up already.
Yep.
I figure everyone would hear that happening, I guess, but maybe using the gauntlets really loud. Awesome.
He snapped.
He did it. Toasted. Nice freeze spray. That's cool. It's funny because like it takes Hulk like a long time to. Usually he heals pretty quickly, but it damages him so bad. Like even towards the end of the movie, he still has burn marks. And I love how they have like little butterflies outside. You can tell life is coming back. There's birds chirping. His phone, Clint's phone, immediately starts vibrating.
And it's his daughter, or is it his wife that calls him? I love that he's still got the same number.
Yeah, 5 years later.
5 years later, you lost everyone. You kept paying your phone bill. So you could keep your number. I'm just saying, like if you go on this entire like vengeance killing spree, but you kept your same phone number, and like all the Avengers like, oh, we can't find Hawkeye. It's like, did you try calling him?
Yeah, it's like this nice ass phone too. It's not like a Cricket or a burner.
Right.
This part's so brutal. Poor Ant-Man right here. Just boom.
See, this is like Ant-Man's van all over again. It's a plot hole.
I'm glad he shrunk though. That was cool. How it exploded. You see him shrink as he flew back. There's like no way like anyone would survive. Like maybe Hulk. Like that would be it.
Like one thing that's always interested me is they went through this entire plan and they never once tried to include Captain Marvel. Or she wasn't even there during the majority of this whole attack. Like if you were at least trying this, you could possibly have her on the sidelines.
Oh, totally, for sure.
Like waiting for everyone to come out.
Especially it's like
it's only going to be a few minutes.
Yeah, and if it's like your one last chance too to pull off everything, for sure.
Right. Hey, Chris Barrett.
Chris, what's up, dude?
We are currently working on our commentary for Avengers Endgame, and Thanos and the crew from what was it, 10 years prior? They showed up.
They finally popped up, destroyed Avengers.
Things are going. The re-snap already happened.
Right, so everyone's back.
Hashtag re-snap. Everyone's back.
Yeah, you figure like everyone's back, so I'm sure the whole world's going crazy right now.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, they're having this huge giant battle, and it would probably be like on the news that this huge battle is happening.
I love how Hawkeye's so much lower in the building than everyone else.
Like in the pipes.
He's in the plumbing system somewhere.
What the hell?
Like he really got pushed down there.
And it's really weird that like Thanos only sent down 5 or 6 attack dog things. Like why not just like send like 1 million of them like the first time, you know? Like in Wakanda. It's like I'll pepper in like 5 or 6 of them. That's all.
Yeah, I'd run if I saw that too.
Oh hell yeah! You kidding me?
You just run.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Nope. I'd be like trying to put that glove on to snap or something. Like running while trying to put it on.
See, this is well-rested Thanos.
This
is dangerous.
Yeah, he's prime.
Because they already collected his stones for him.
Yep. Don't need this gold guard. I like how he just chills and waits for him to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you gonna do? Wait.
He's just gonna sit there.
Yeah, I'd be chilling.
He sends his daughter out to do his chore for him.
He's sitting there like beatboxing. Yay, Gamora to the rescue.
Mm-hmm.
Old Gamora. And it's funny, I guess, like this, because later on, Gamora rescues Star-Lord during the battle. And then she asks Nebula, she's like, so this is the one?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, yeah, like, it's like, like.
It was between him or a tree.
Right. I guess during the battle or from this point on, they like filled in like each other's like I don't know. I guess she told her sister about like what her life in the future is.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird. You know, it's not like the exact good time to do that.
Well, she's in the future, so she's already gonna know stuff.
Yeah, it's like I gotta catch
her
up
up to
things.
speed. You mess with time, it tends to mess back.
It's really funny how everyone's in their costumes. Were they like that before the explosion? We saw Iron Man transform.
Iron Man was,
but Captain wasn't, right? Because why would he be in his like?
He was holding the shield, but I don't think he was in his full Captain America suit.
Yeah, I don't think he was wearing the clothes.
Yeah,
it's really weird for him to wake up underground wearing the
costume. He might have been. I know Thor wasn't, but Thor all he needs is the hammer.
Right. I feel like they kind of messed up there. So they're in the two tacos. We got them.
2 tacos, a van.
Yeah, the van. That's right.
Hawkeye's cell phone plan.
Mm-hmm. That's right. See, now we need to make.
We need answers, Marvel.
Now we need to make one of those viral videos. It's like 6 plot holes of Marvel, and we'll have like the circle and like an arrow pointing towards something on the screen for the thumbnail.
I like the fact that this happened and it like braided his beard. Thor, god of lightning and thunder, it braids his beard.
God of Cheetos and Xbox. God of Fortnite.
He looks like Ragnar Lothbrok with the braid from Vikings.
Yeah, so now Thanos is like, all right, so now I know this plan didn't work and it's impossible.
He's like, I'm going to take out everything.
Yeah, Iron Man's like, yeah, we're sentimental. It's like, so I'm going to get rid of the whole entire universe and start over.
Yep.
I think that's pretty awesome. Like a whole new Big Bang. But it's like, do you even have to go that far to do that? You know? I don't know. That's a good choice, Chris Barrett. You should definitely turn your car into a spaceship.
100%.
Two hammers. Yes, ultimate battle.
Yeah.
So cool seeing them three just triple team them and still get demolished. I remember like in the theater, I was like so mad it cut to this like underground part. I was like, come on, I want to see that fight.
Like the scene where they think they're gonna drown and War Machine just looks at Rocket and he's like, see you on the other side, bro.
Yep.
It's just like, oh gosh. That poor raccoon.
Boom.
It's like, keep moving, Hawkeye.
Yeah. This part's cool when he climbs up.
He just pulls the sword. He's ready.
Like Batman. Dope. Oh yeah, then fake Nebula. Oh no.
He's like, oh yeah, I know,
know
you.
you.
He's like, what? Yeah. He's so tired.
Oh, poor guy. And he's like, what? He's like, you're alive. I thought you were dead. What is going on? I wonder if any of the Avengers know about the Skrulls from the 80s or 70s. You figure Nick Fury would maybe like tell somebody, but I guess not. He's a man of secrets. So that would be my first thought, seeing doubles like Skrull.
So like my question here is, Nebula just shot the Nebula from the earlier timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't this mean that our Nebula should die?
No, that's what they brought up before. They said like the time doesn't work that way. It would, I think, branch.
It'll adjust itself.
Well, I think it would honestly like make a different timeline, like a different that universe that Nebula is from exist.
Oh.
Yeah, he
nailed Iron Man. That hurt.
Iron Man with the hammer. He just crushed. Way to go, Thor. How stoked, and what's like, how stoked for you for like the Cap hammer part?
Yes.
Did your theater go off? Like everyone, like the theater just exploded when that happened, and the one I saw.
I think everyone just like kind of cheered in unison. It was just one of those times like you're waiting for someone to pick it up other than him. And you almost got that in Ultron.
Yeah, you nudged. Yeah.
The fact that he was able to call it back to him. My thing is like he picks it up.
And he knows how to use it immediately.
Forward out, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, I knew it.
Yeah, he knows how to use the hammer immediately. Yeah, I love how he spins and he knows how to use it immediately.
America's ass can do anything. All right.
So cool seeing him use the shield and the hammer together. Throws the hammer against the shield. So awesome. Bats the shield with the hammer. Oh, throws lightning at him. So badass. He's like the god of thunder now too. Ah, so sick.
American Thunder. We should have a little like one shot for it for Captain America holding on to Thor's hammer and just call it American Thunder.
Yes. Dude, his sword goes through vibranium.
Dude, you are disrespecting that shield.
Vibranium
so
too.
Much.
I mean, I guess you figure like, I guess vibranium is the strongest metal on Earth, but we don't know what other metals are stronger out there in space. So
yeah,
they should have took Thanos's knife or sword, whatever thing he has, and made a shield out of that for the future.
Did he at least like dull the knife a little bit? Something. Shit.
Right? Like it should.
Like at least tell me he did some kind of damage to that weapon.
This part is great because like where is everyone? Everyone's like knocked out or like underground still. It's just Cap and Thanos.
Yeah.
So cool. He's like, it's like, this wasn't personal, but I'm gonna have like a really good time. I'm gonna enjoy seeing this planet get decimated. Your annoying little planet. There's the Black Order, all the troops. They got those weird rock tanks.
The monster gorilla things.
That's really
those
weird,
things
huh?
Are scary.
Yeah.
Those are scary.
I wonder if they had those like wheel saw things again, like in the Wakanda battle. I don't see those out there.
I don't think I see him in this one. Maybe that's like a 2010, 2000, like
Oh, is that a bone sticking out of his arm?
a little bit.
How he tightened the shield? Like, I think that was like a bone sticking out.
Yeah, he's going on endurance. A little bit of adrenaline.
He's
going
like,
for it.
Guaranteed he'd be like, I can do this all day.
This all day.
Yeah, exactly. And you know he'd keep fighting until he's dead. He would have kept going.
On your left. Yeah. This, when we start seeing everyone, is just amazing.
Oh, it's so good.
And they're like, hey, the Avengers need us.
Yeah, I expect to see Falcon
He's
come out
just-
first instead of Black Panther because he said on your left. I was like, oh,
Right.
cool. Black Panther.
Especially when he said on your left.
I think he comes out second.
There you go. I'm sorry, Falcon should have been first.
Yeah, he
You're
should have
definitely
been first.
right about that. Especially, how much would that have meant for him to see Falcon first?
Totally. Yay.
I was so excited to see Spider-Man.
Totally.
I don't think I've ever been so excited to see Spider-Man as in this film. You know, he's just looking at him like, about damn time, guys.
Yep. Where you been?
You know, the majority of them were in Wakanda. A few of them were in space. Yeah, Scarlet Witch, she's a beast.
Yeah, she is. But the thing is, you figure
Evangeline Lilly, I guess she just like disappeared during the snap in the microverse. So that's scary.
Yeah, she definitely got snapped. But you figure like half those Wakandan troops, and there's Gwyneth Paltrow with that suit, and half those sorcerer dudes, they would have been there. Like half of them would have been alive. Half of them got snapped. So it would have been like, yo, like where you been? You could have helped us out a lot.
Yeah.
I love seeing Gwyneth Paltrow in that suit, though. I thought that was really cool. I didn't expect that, you know?
He's like, we got an army now.
Hell yeah.
I like the fact that, like, the last time they had a fight against Thanos, it did not seem like their numbers were that evenly matched.
Right.
Yet this time, it seems like there's so many more people. Right?
Hell yeah.
I mean, I guess they have what's left of the Asgardians. And they have like a few other toys like thrown into this that they didn't have
for sure
in Infinity War, but it seems like they have such an even matchup now that it just wasn't in the last one.
I'm wondering why Captain Marvel came in late to the game too during this battle.
Yeah.
I'm wondering maybe
she just showed up.
Yeah, I think maybe like Nick Fury came back from the snap and it was like, all right, well, let me call her again. And then I guess it takes her time to fly back.
He's probably just like, hey, Barbie doll, we need you back.
Yep. With his pager.
Dude, husband and wife team up.
That's sick. I love that.
That was amazing.
I love that she knows how to use that suit. Like he trained her just in case. You have the little one.
Yeah.
Here's that arm part we're talking about, the Rocket and Winter Soldier. I guess we'll
There's Spider-Man.
Yes.
I love how he explains it. And I got all dusty.
5 years.
And he just hugs him. He's like, what are you doing?
Oh, this is nice.
Oh, this is nice. Like, you know, he smelled him for a second. You know, he totally did. He's like, oh.
Oh, this is nice. Gamora to the rescue.
Freaking Star-Lord.
It's funny. She's like, so this is him? This is the one? And then she like runs away at the end of the battle. She's like, no, I don't like that guy.
Yep.
It's the first time you missed them, but the second time you got them both.
You missed the first time. It's been 5 years. They need us. Come on. Dude, you don't see Falcon stab people with his wings very often. That was cool. It was like really Savage cool. Falcon.
Hell yeah.
Dude, his arm is wrecked.
Yeah, he is wrecked. He's a burn victim.
His arm is wrecked. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, the van's there.
The van. Hashtag the van. Van man.
Hashtag Ant-Man's van.
Yeah, van man.
Never lose the van.
I love seeing Spider-Man with the gauntlet and his little like trip that he makes all around the battlefield and with Valkyrie.
He's just like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. He's like, I don't think I'm gonna make it.
I tell you, it won't win.
If I tell you what happens, it won't happen.
God, that would suck.
So sad. But yeah, he needed Tony Stark to live.
Can you imagine getting that far and then being like, yeah, man, this is the one. And then they lose. And he had to find that out the hard way.
And then he'd just be like,
this is so depressed.
Sorry.
It's like, well, let's try it again. And this time not tell him.
Yep, Hawkeye with the gauntlet.
Hell yeah. Then you figure the Black Order, the Maul or whatever, like he would have been.
He's like, okay.
I think he would have been like a better foe. He probably would have been like wrapping poles and metal objects everywhere around people.
They're basically playing keep the flag.
Yeah.
Just keep away from Thanos. That's all. Capture the flag style. Keep it away from Thanos.
Oh, dude, she's pissed.
Yeah, she is.
Everything. I don't even know who you are.
You will. She's just like, you will. Dude, I love Scarlet Witch.
Oh, yeah. Just the power.
I'll tell you, the biggest letdown from Infinity War for me is we will never get a Cooking with Vision show.
Cooking with Vision.
Like Vision in the sweater vest and everything. We will never get that show.
That's awesome.
Oh, activate instant kill, and his eyes go like glowing red.
I love that they brought that back. That's amazing. It's the first one he did it by accident. He's like, no instant kill. God, I really hope Sony and Disney work out that deal to keep him in the MCU.
Dude, like, Scarlet Witch almost has him in that fight.
Yeah. Dismantling all the armor.
Almost has him. Like, if he had tried this whole dirty trick and done this, she would have had him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And, like, all the sorcerers have to, like, step in to try to, like, shield as many as they can.
It really sucks they made
Doctor
this, like...
Strange.
It sucks they made this, like, damn thing where he has to hold up the water for the whole entire fight.
This is so mean. Like, showing the whole Doctor Strange water scene towards the end of this film, how many people had to hold from going to the bathroom during this entire film, and then there's just like water. It's just like, you gotta hold it a little longer. Dude, I like the inclusion of Pegasus in this.
Yes, that's so badass. Love it.
Dude, the Iron Spider suit is so cool.
Oh, it's so badass. He finally loses those arms on it.
Yeah.
Groot.
Rocket
No.
making his way to Groot to try to shield him.
Aw. Best buddies.
Yeah, he shielded him though. He's just like, not my Groot.
I kind of miss Baby Groot, to be honest. As useless as he was.
Teenage
He's
Groot.
just so cute. I love little Baby Groot.
He's angsty teenage Groot.
Mhm.
He's playing his video games and like backsassing people. Like, you know it.
There she
And
is.
like Rocket's always having to scold him. Yeah, she just has to show up in the last 5 minutes to save the day. Like, I think this is my big problem with Captain Marvel. Like, everyone even says, like, hey, you know, all this stuff's already done. You're just going to show up in the last 5 minutes and take all this credit.
True.
That is kind of true, though.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like
She took out
her
the ship.
character just
Took out
kind
the
of
ship.
waited until
Yeah,
last
for sure.
minute.
She's like super like overpowered. She like took out the
Yep.
ship like after it was done firing all the missiles. Like it was done already.
Yep.
I do like. I love the fight between her and Thanos, though. Hey, Peter.
He just looks over. He's like,
How are you gonna get through that?
Am I the only one who is annoyed by this scene?
I think a lot of people were. It's like really unnecessary. It's cool to see, but like,
It's cool to see, but here's the thing. The entire battle scene, and you're telling me all of the badass females in this fight have to be in a 10-foot radius immediately to help get Carol Danvers through.
Yeah, and
I understand
she doesn't need protection at all.
A-Force thing.
Yeah,
but
Carol Danvers needs no protection whatsoever.
I feel like this surely doesn't. See, just do that. Was it? Is she binary when she's like that?
Yeah, Captain America needs like no escorts or like anything protection whatsoever. Good throw, Thanos.
She still didn't make it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be such a badass. She still didn't make it to the van. Get it, Thor. Like, how scary would it have been if Thor had been able to put that glove on?
Right?
Like, you don't know if his will would be strong enough, if he would actually be able to do it. Like, physically, yes. But would he be able to comprehend all that power is the issue.
So. It probably would have melted his brain or something. This is so cool. His punches do nothing to her. He has to take off the Power Stone and use that separately. So close.
She's keeping him from snapping. And she's like, yeah, that's right.
I love that. He just punched her, nothing happens. He's like, what? Boom.
Now's your time, Tony.
I wonder how like Tony was able to take off all those stones from the glove so quickly.
Well, you didn't know that Tony also moonlighted as a pickpocket.
Right?
That's the only way he was able to do that. Like, there's no other possible way.
You can't even grab them like all with one hand. You have to do 5 different grabs because they're so far apart because his hand is so gigantic.
Also, wasn't there one in the other hand?
Yeah, he took out. Well, I think he put it back on at the end.
That was quick.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Tony Stark is a pickpocket.
I am a
Saying
vegetable.
it now.
I am a vegetable.
Yeah, and
Did you see the cut that someone made of this scene with Black Sabbath playing? It's like,
no, I haven't.
It's pretty good. It matches up really well.
Iron Man. Seeing everything get dusted. Like, that really big ship really needed to go after Rocket.
I know.
Like,
I could even saw
like,
Rocket. He's so
3
minuscule.
feet tall on a good day. And that entire ship had to go after him.
Just happened to see him on the battlefield, this little tiny guy. It's like, you know what? I'm going to go after that guy.
Oh, yeah. Dust.
There goes the Ma in the background. Oh, no.
He's just watching all of his forces. It's like, well, dude, you wanted this world to not be so overpopulated. You brought all this populace there.
Yeah, meanwhile, the rest
of
the world, like, watching on the news probably. Like, and you wonder, like, how big was the Avengers, like, land that they had? I thought they just had, like, that building and, like, some land around them. Apparently they had a whole entire acres free of nothing around them. For this many people for a battle.
Yeah.
He lasted long, like Peter Parker.
Sits there and his waits to turn into dust.
What if he was like, Mr. Stark, I don't want to die.
Have you seen the meme where it's Thanos turning to dust and they keep playing the "All We Are Is Dust in the Wind"?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice. He's just gone. Sad. Yeah. It's so sad.
Like, it is so quick.
His, like, mind's not even there anymore. Yeah, all the gamma radiation and the burn marks, like, I bet it's
just burning through him.
Yeah. His, like, ear looks melted to his head, you know, like, I'm sure his body's in shock from being a burn victim, and then 2, all that power and experience you saw. I'm sure your mind is probably melted. He's just not even there. It's so sad to see.
Mm-hmm. His eyes are just black.
It's almost like putting down, like, a really old pet, you know? It's, like, super tragic. Yeah, Chad, we're still at it. It's almost done right here at the last scene. Tony Stark is
dying.
Yeah, he's comatose right now. Peter's crying.
Gosh. She just tells him, it's okay. You can rest.
She held on pretty good. You know, she's like a tough little cookie. She kept it straight-faced for him until after he passed.
She couldn't lose it from him. It would hurt him.
Yeah, for sure. Just let him know that they'll be okay. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be okay.
She had to give him some rest, peace.
Tony, our franchise is gonna be okay. Without
it's okay. You. Your daughter's gonna get a suit.
Yeah,
it's all right.
The Marvel universe is gonna be okay without you, Tony. You can rest now.
And his heart just goes out.
Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah. Cap's crying.
Everyone crying. Whole theater bawling their eyes up.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely got sad.
He starts bawling like a baby when he sees a little girl.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. His funeral's the who's who of superheroes.
Yeah. I thought it was really weird they brought in that one kid from, like, Iron Man 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, who is that kid?
I guess they're going to try to do something.
Are they? I guess. Like, it's kind of dumb.
Maybe they're going to try to do something with this character. It was kind of weird to call him back, but
totally weird. I'm like, who are you related to that's famous? Because you obviously have some cool, like...
Here's one thing that bothered me. So Spider-Man, he was like, what, a sophomore, or was he a junior?
Yeah, exactly. He's gone for 5 years.
5 years, and they're all still in high school. There's no way. Your friends in college somewhere.
Yeah.
There's no way.
All
those students would not still be in high school. High school's 4 years, and they're supposed to be the smart kids. Just saying. And
all his friends coincidentally got snaps too as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like how they explain that though, and Far From Home. At least they tried to. they called it the blip. At least they made an effort to. And like some of their friends that they went to high school with that didn't get snapped were older, but they had to repeat the school year again for whatever reason.
Well, it's probably something to do with like their own stress from it or depression from it or whatever. But like, this is going to sound really bad, but there was a huge thing in my school when I went to college where it was like, oh, well, if something happens to your roommate, if your roommate dies, like commit suicide or something, then you automatically like get an A in all of your classes and move ahead. Like, that's really messed up.
That's exactly like that
also,
movie.
I kind of hate my roommate.
That's the whole premise of the movie Dead Man on Campus. Did you ever see that with Zach Morris? And
no, I didn't watch it.
dude, it's a pretty good comedy. I think it also has. I think it's Colin Hanks. I think Tom Hanks' son is in that. Maybe I'm probably not him. Maybe not. But Zach Morris is definitely in there. But yeah, that's the whole premise of that movie. It's like they I think try to murder someone that they hate to get straight A's.
His daughter during like his final message.
His other final message.
Yeah, his other final message. You're talking about all of his final messages.
He has 1 million of them stored up.
Yep.
Pepper
She's so little.
I know. She's so tiny and cute. Her little voice.
I love that scene right after this with her and Happy. And they're talking about cheeseburgers. It's like, I'm going to get you all the cheeseburgers you want, kiddo.
It's like, okay.
I'm going to take care of you. Proof that Tony Stark had a heart. I think I'd keep that. I wouldn't like send it afloat. I think I'd like put it on a shelf somewhere. You know how people like save urns of like ashes and everything. Like keep that.
For sure. That would like maybe go in a museum or definitely on your shelf.
Like the shelf, like Pepper's shelf somewhere.
Yeah.
Or like give it to his daughter or something. Look at his arm that's still jacked up.
Yeah, he's still jacked up in his face too.
Yeah.
The side of his head.
He's gonna turn into Grey Hulk now.
Yeah. It's funny because like everyone's online pretty much to say their grievances, but then they get separated into groups as it goes back further. I like how Rocket's on like a log too to make him taller.
Well, he needs to see over the crowd a little bit. They're all on a hill, but he needs to be able to see up. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Hawkeye's got his entire family there.
This part was so awkward. Everyone was like, who is that kid? Like, did the snap bring back someone we don't know about? He's like, no, my dad owns a dealership. He owns Marvel Studios or something.
Right.
He looks like the guy that played Quicksilver in the
Captain
movie.
Marvel looks so awkward at that funeral. She's like just standing on the stairs. She's like, I don't know anyone at this party.
Yeah, she knows Nick Fury, and that's it. You figure they'd be closer or chit-chatting like the whole time.
Nope. Not that kind of relationship.
Yep. This is really cool seeing this scene.
Yeah.
Because they both lost someone, I mean, Black Widow and Vision.
This scene kind of called me back to that original scene where he was talking to her and he's like, it's okay if you don't want to go out. He's like, but if you walk through those doors, you are an Avenger.
Right.
Like during Ultron. That kind of called me back to that. And they've just had a relationship since. But like she got snapped. And he's just happy to have a friend back, especially now that Black Widow's gone.
I bet Hawkeye's wife was like, hey, who is this lady?
Pretty redhead. Shoo.
Yeah. Excuse me, I'm Miss Hawkeye. All right, Miss Barton. Who are you?
Mm-hmm.
Cheeseburgers.
Your dad liked cheeseburgers. Oh, gosh. I'm going to get you all the cheeseburgers you want. That little girl's probably thinking, I don't like cheeseburgers. Right. But, she's just going to, like, eat them because, like, she feels bad if she doesn't. And, like, Pepper's in the corner, like, eat your cheeseburger.
Yeah, she's just traumatized for the whole event. Eat your damn cheeseburger. Ends up being, like, the worst mom. Yes, the new king, the new queen.
the ruler of New
Asgard.
New Asgard.
Opposed from New Asgard and you with the umlauts, where they just listen to Limp Bizkit all day. I love this. Thor's like, yeah, I'm gonna go try to find myself. You know, he's like, I finally have this time and need some new direction. It's so cool that Rocket was like, "You coming or what?" I did not expect that. I was like, "Yes, awesome!" And it showed he still had his belly. You know, he wasn't magically fit after the battle. He still has his belly. I hope he's still chubby in. I hope he's still chubby in Love and Thunder for like a little bit at least.
Tree, good to see you. I like how he just takes off his sunglasses. Guardians of the Galaxy back together again.
As Guardians of the Galaxy. So good.
As Guardians of the Galaxy.
He just immediately moves the map. So, where are we going? I know you're in charge. I know. Of course you're in charge.
This entire scene, you see Thor like side-eyeing Quill. Like, I could take this guy.
Yeah, you're in charge. I don't even need to say it. I like how they're like, yes, you guys want to battle to the death for, who's the leader? It's like, we got knives and stuff.
Everyone's just like, you could totally do that.
Sounds fair.
We'd be down for it.
Everyone's all for the fight.
Everyone's like watching them, like, you should totally battle. Groot, I am Groot. Like, you should totally fight.
We don't need to fight. Not necessary.
No knifing everyone.
Everybody knows.
And they're still side-eyeing each other. It's so awkward between those two.
Of course you. Yes, you.
That look on Thor's face.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
That's so good. Oh boy. Now, we had a feeling that he was going to retire, but we didn't know if he was going to die in the movie. What did you think was going to happen at this point? That he was still alive, you know?
Like, he was still alive. I really wasn't sure at this point. I was like, is he going to come back? Is he going to get lost somewhere? But I will tell you, I honestly feel like they ended this the best way possible if they wanted him to end.
Totally.
Honestly.
Absolutely.
The fact that he goes back to his lady love.
Yeah.
To the one woman that he was never able to get out of his mind.
He finally got that dance.
Mm-hmm.
And got to live the life with him.
I have another question. Since they like got back together and everything, does that mean that he's the father of her children and like future descendants and everything?
Didn't he date her daughter or something at one point?
Like I'm not sure.
Did he date his own daughter?
She's supposed to be his granddaughter or his grandniece?
Oh man.
Or what? Because he totally dated her.
Totally dated his own granddaughter.
Either granddaughter or like niece somehow.
See, that's why he said
totally hooked up with your granddaughter, dude. That's
way
why
to go,
you
Marvel.
Don't mess with time, okay? Otherwise, you'll
end up dating your own granddaughter.
You're doing stuff with your grandchildren, and it's awkward.
That's why when Falcon asked him, he's like, "You want to tell me about that?" He's like, "No, I don't think I will," because that's why he knew he fucked up. He knew he messed up.
He just smirked to himself.
No, I don't think I will.
And I like how no one knows. No one knows that Captain America is there.
Yeah,
and I think they did that on purpose. And even when he first meets Peggy Carter, when like she's older and everything, she said that she married a man and she had a beautiful life.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, you're right.
She didn't sell it out. She just said, I married a man and we had a beautiful life together. They never really introduced you to like, oh, okay, so this is who he was.
Right.
And like, did they do that on purpose? Did they have all that planned out?
Maybe.
I don't know. Old man Captain America.
Yeah, it looks like Joe Biden Captain America.
A little bit. He kind of looks like he's gonna run for Congress.
Yeah.
A vote for Steve is a vote for America.
He totally could have been president for sure, no doubt.
I will clean up the language of America's youth.
Yeah. Yelling at the young generation, the whippersnappers, for cussing. That's so cool. You finally got to get some of that life Tony was telling him about.
Yeah.
Did you think it was odd that he talked to Falcon first and not Bucky?
A little bit. I was just like, because Bucky's like, you should go ahead. It's like, dude, Bucky,
you're his best friend.
You grew up with him. You were his best friend from childhood.
Right. You're not his new best friend that he got in the last couple of years. You're like his original OG, original friend that you went through so much for, through Winter Soldier, through everything all together. Like you figure like Bucky would have been the go-to, but I'm cool with it still. It's so cool to see Falcon get the shield. I'm stoked to see that.
I still think it would have worked even if like Bucky was up there standing with him, like both of them had gone up.
Yeah.
And then he's been like, this is for you. And then Bucky's like, I respect that choice.
Yeah.
Like, or I understand.
I think it would have been cool to have them both go up there. They both grab the shield at the same time. And then they like, you know, they leave it open-ended. And then that'll continue into the TV show. Either way, it's going to continue into the TV show. But it's just, I would have, dude, I guarantee you that they probably filmed an alternate version of this where Bucky went first.
Oh, 100%. With as many people were like, oh, well, Winter Soldier's going to be the next Captain America.
Right.
Or, you know, or Falcon's going to be the next Captain America.
No, I don't think I will.
I got that dance.
You dated your own granddaughter, you sicko, you Joe Biden sicko.
That was my question from earlier. I was like, I don't want to spoil this, but like, did he or didn't he?
He totally did.
It's totally set up to make you think like he totally dated his granddaughter. And like, I don't want to get any farther into that conversation.
We don't know what happened.
Let's just put it this way. Let's just put it this way. He got his dance. He got his dance finally. And Peggy looks happy. So
beautiful Peggy. We love you, Peggy.
So happy. We do love you, Peggy.
I love you, Peggy.
Haley Atwell, you need to do so much more.
Yes. She needs to be way bigger.
Yes. See, even the puppers agree.
Mm-hmm. That's right. What a perfect ending for Cap. That's so good.
It really is.
Wow, we did it, guys. We did it. Whole entire commentary just for the Comic Core.
That ending still gets to me.
I know.
I love that ending so
Don't
much.
think about it too much, honey.
It's so sappy,
so
you know. I love it. Yeah.
Like you don't get a lot of like sappy in comics or like in comic book films especially, but like it gets you in the heart in like a fuzzy way. But you're like, there's a hope.
For sure. It's so heartwarming.
Oh gosh. All right, so we did it. We survived.
We survived. Sorry for all the pug noises and the squeaks and barks. And
oh no, that definitely added.
Yeah, the laughing during serious death parts. Sorry, Black Widow, you got a bad thing again. You know.
So, guys, if you are watching this on the rewind, please do be sure to give us a like. Also, comment below. And, you know, maybe Miss Explained and we might be able to come back and do another one of these at some point.
That'd be so fun.
Definitely not another 3 hour long
No,
video.
no. This is a very special treat. Like,
Next time it'll be 4 hours.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Next time we're gonna watch Dr. Zhivago. All right. Like 6-hour movie.
We're gonna watch the Godfather extended version.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Definitely.
Well, that was amazing. I had a good time. Yeah, let's definitely do it again, and we'll talk about what maybe we'll do later on. And if anybody that's watching has a suggestion, put it in the chat, in the comment, below,
yeah.
and we'll think about it.
And we might come back for another one of these because I had a lot of fun.
Me too, Kat. That was fun. And like, yeah, we're talking before. Maybe we'll have some like other people too. A whole gang of us talking at the same time. It'd be fun.
Yeah. You don't be able to hear anything.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to end the stream, and yeah, until next time, guys, subscribe to the Comic Core, and we got stuff almost every night.
Yeah, every night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Also, check out the Wednesday night show and the Friday night show, where you will see both of us
That's right.
at our own individual shows.
All 3 of us.
Oh yeah, Mark's here.
Oh yeah.
Mark hasn't been talking a lot. Sorry.
Hi, Mark.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.